Here we go, and what do you know? We about to do the extra device show, and yeah, it's gonna be real nice, yeah. Like a polar bear sliding on ice. Ice cold, switches in the polar bear's toenails. Oh hell, here we go again. Yeah, like Keenan and Kale. That's the show that we rhyme and fail, yo. To live up to every single day. We try to be great, like Obey and Anthony, but we fall short like every day. Yay, hey, hey, what can we say? We know how it's Stern and Robin. Yay, no, it's a different kind of show. More like Joe Rogan cloned himself, you know. I have never been the borders, even if I could afford it. I will take twice. Two Joe Rogans hosting the same show, interrupting each other. That's the kind of vibe you're gonna get here. Double barrel shot of Joe Rogan. 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 That's a tongue twister. Oh yeah, I'm a mister. I'm the mister with the mostest, the hostess. And Brad is the host, I'm the hostess. Yeah, that makes me the girl of the relationship. I'm more like a motherly figure. And Brad, he's the angry dad. You never want to make him mad. Oh, you'll be real glad when he comes into your space and blows the doors off. Yeah, but watch out because sometimes he just likes to go off on tangents. Oh man, gets keen on tangents. Yo, listen to my brain. We're on tangents. It's like all we do. And Brad wants to change the name of this show. Just shut the fuck up and listen. How about you? I've been on one today,
That
Brad.
Fucking
I woke up with a cup
Holy
of coffee and was just
shit.
freestyling with you guys this morning, so I'm already like,
oh my
up.
god, you're super
warmed up.
You're on fire already, but I'm the one with the flaming green moron as a picture.
Brad, as you say that, I'm looking at the
boy,
flaming
oh
green
boy.
moron on my computer too, because I'm on the Sublime Sound website. So I'm
Oh,
literally looking at, I was like, this green fire is in front of me, and I was like, why does that look so familiar? And I was like, oh, that's
one of
like my
kids.
best friend on Space's face. That's your face.
Yeah, it's one of my kids. It's one of my
That's
kids.
how I know you, is a fucking fire.
Yeah, man. I got to do
So
what
is your
I got to
PFP
do.
just like you punched in on a section of that album cover? And that's what your PFP is?
No, this actually was made by a artist I had under exclusivity agreement, and is a NFT, a special NFT.
Does it like match that on purpose, or is it just a coincidence?
No, it is on
very
purpose.
Cool.
Yeah, very cool.
The green smoke.
How
you doing
I feel
today,
a little
Brad?
naked. I feel good, but I am a little naked. Something is, not right. What was that song on? What is it? Sesame Street, or is it Sesame Street?
How...
One of these things. No. One of these things doesn't belong.
Yeah, one of these
together.
things is not like the other.
Yeah, not like the other.
One
That's right.
Doesn't belong.
Right.
Okay.
So what am I missing? What am I missing?
You're missing. Oh, you're missing a special speaker badge that you give out to special people who are special. So you get it because you're special.
Thank you.
Juliana's missing a microphone. Let me just fire that mic can at your head.
Yeah. There we go. All right. Thanks, man. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Just go ahead and pin that co-host badge to you.
Perfect.
That would be really funny. Just get you like, if we ever do a live Twitter Spaces like in front of an audience, just get a big hat.
Get a sticker or a button made.
Yeah,
get a button.
Like a big hat that says co-host, or a big button.
Fedora. Yeah, I want a fedora.
A co-host fedora. I love that.
So I look like the press.
Yeah, a co-host from the 40s, huh?
Yeah. See? Yeah. See? Yeah. I want my fedora. Yeah.
Well, in the interest of doing a tight show, we're going to bring up our guest very soon. Wanted to say hello to all the listeners, hello to everyone listening after. We had some cool replays, people replaying the stream, which we always love to see. So if you're not listening to this, if you can hear me right now and you're not watching the stream live, then go back and watch the stream, but you can't hear this right now. So I guess everyone listening now, or do you see what I mean, Brad? How do you advertise to the people that aren't listening?
Not yet.
So we'll be posting that up in our we'll be posting it up on my profile, and we'll have like a thread with all the old episodes. So hopefully by tomorrow I can get it all done. It's a lot of work because I have to listen to the episodes again and figure out what the hell we were talking about. and like write that into a synopsis. Like I have to
Factual
write
facts.
synopsises for this
Factual
show.
facts.
It's the
Yeah.
worst job on the planet and nearly impossible.
Well, you definitely put a lot into this show, I must say, and my hat goes off to you,
Thank you,
even
man.
though I don't have that fedora hat yet. I am tipping it metaphorically to you, good sir.
Thank you, brother. Your future hat that we will buy you. Your future co-host hat will go off to me.
Exactly,
I
exactly
mean, it's
that.
fun, dude. I've been doing this since like college radio, not consistently since, but like I started doing college radio originally, and I just kind of loved it, and then went into film and went into everything else, and kind of stepped away from music and audio and radio.
Yeah,
But like this has always been a dream
I,
for me. It's
I
so
I've
it's
never
fun.
done anything like this. I've always wanted to do
Yeah.
something like this, but I've never done anything like this before.
Well, you have
But
natural talents for it. You're naturally
yeah,
talented.
definitely. Being an idiot came
It
naturally.
does come naturally to you.
Yes.
So on that, these two amazingly brilliant, like we should call the show "Brilliant Idiots," like
Ooh,
two smart dummies,
two smart
or
dummies.
just two brilliant, two brilliant idiots, or like genius idiots. Ooh, idiot savants. That'd be a great name for the show.
Idiot savants.
Yes, because it has the word idiot in it. It's great.
Oh my god,
Um,
my mom would be so proud.
my mom would be so, yeah, my parents would be so proud of me.
They would.
But these two brilliant comedic minds are going to now actually turn this into a real show and bring our guest
Yeah,
up. So what's going on, Juliana?
absolutely.
What's happening?
Well, all good, but I'm a bit confused in here, May.
What's that?
Good. We aim to confuse.
No, 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 no. So I just saw myself tagging this space,
Yeah.
and I'm I'm not sure because I remember I put something on my agenda, but for tomorrow.
Oh,
Oh,
well, on my calendar, it's for today. So maybe we can always have you come back tomorrow. Let me see if there's an availability.
No, no, no. I mean
I
it's
can always
okay
reschedule you.
because tomorrow I already have my space, which is 24. Okay, I know what it is. Instead to put 12 uh, p.m. I.m. I put like 12 p.m. So that was.
Probably. Well, do you want to come back tomorrow? Do you want to chat today? Do you want to chat really quickly? What do you want to do?
No, it's okay. It's okay because tomorrow, as I said, I have my 24-hour space. So I was thinking at that time to just get like a break for an hour, let somebody on the co-host and come and see. But since I'm here, we can roll it. Go for it.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. And did you say you have to
Mhm.
run or no? After.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
I
Well, we
can.
also have our other guest. This is the
Mm-hmm.
Sovereign, ladies and gentlemen. Sovereign is an amazing artist. I've been into some of her spaces. Brad and I actually crashed her space, and I made the mistake of inviting Brad into her space, and then Brad derailed the entire thing. Got caught in the stage, got caught in the cross
yes,
beams. It was
yes, he did.
it was a whole thing. We
It
had to
was a
call the
whole
fire
thing.
department in the metaverse or
Yep.
the digital world, as we know to say now,
Mm-hmm. I know.
to get him out. So
Let's just say that it wasn't because of this AMA. Brad would probably have been banned from that particular metaverse. I'm kidding.
yeah, Brad, you did this. We invited her on. You totally redeemed yourself.
Oh, okay, phew.
So really, this is me just trying to like
Smooth it over.
rebuild the bridge and smooth over all the damage you've done every time I take you into
Okay,
a
just
different
don't
virtual
do a
world.
just don't make a wooden bridge because well I'm on fire. So use metal.
You are literally green smoke and fire.
Yeah. So use metal bridge.
I should just turn my thing into smoke, and mine will be smoke, and yours will be fire. Right?
Yeah, or
Where
Earth.
there's smoke, there's
Maybe
fire,
we should get two more regulars and have, or we could be Earth, Wind, and Fire and
bro.
Water,
That's a great idea.
something
Have,
like that.
have a third co-host. It's just Earth.
Yeah, just Earth,
I'll
Wind,
be
and
wind.
Fire.
I'll be win. I got a lot of air signs in my astrology.
You could just
So
fart a
who would
lot.
like to go first and tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about what you do? We've been playing with a new format, either rather than like letting one person go for too long and the other person go, maybe like shorter intros, and then we'll go back and forth. And because what's cool about having two guests on at the same time is it allows for this interesting conversation where like an artist will be up there with a musician and like a rapper will be up there with a comedian, and it just ends up making a really fun
Yeah,
weird pitch,
yeah.
hodgepodge.
Plus, you two know each other prior to here, or
No.
no? So
Uh,
that's going to be great. So you guys can learn about each other as well.
I just saw she just I think she just started to follow me today, and then
Yeah,
I follow back. And
there you go.
This
he's
is
been
Cristiano
so
and
good.
Brad's networking brunch.
There we go. Yeah, and Cristiano, you got that metallic thingy happening again with your mic every
Sound
once
like
in a while.
Metallica?
What? It scratches every so often.
Okay, is it happening right now?
Keep talking.
Oh, is it this?
No,
No.
no,
Okay.
no.
Does it sound like me or does it sound like Metallica?
It, yes, there. Just at the end of your sentence, it does a little grind of
Okay.
metal.
Well, I'm gonna hook to my headset anyway soon, so don't worry.
Okay, cool, cool. So yeah. Well, Juliana, obviously, I've known you for a bit now, anyways, and have been into your spaces. Uh, yeah, I don't think I've actually taken over your space, but I have come and messed it up a bit and had some fun. But you let me, in all fairness, you let me do that. But Sovereign, I came into Spatials, and I'm just gonna blame it on Cristiano because he didn't give me any like, what are we doing here? He just said, get in here, and so my automatic reaction was to, well, do what I normally do, and you know, that's what I did. So, that being said, Juliana, I know you do the fashion thing, and I'm a little disappointed you changed your picture profile thing because the crazy eye thingy was, something to talk about. You know what I mean? The
Yeah, you can
with the
find it.
blue
I
eyes.
just updated today another one
Yeah, no,
about.
this one's cool. This one's just as cool. It's just the one with the blue eye thing, just like really kind of.
That's what I'm saying. There is a picture of today, a selfie which I put it on Twitter because I was like showcase my art, and the
Yeah.
question was put your selfie with your art. So
Ah,
it's both, so you can see in my profile. Is
I
there?
see. Okay, I will
I
definitely.
don't know if it's there or it's an answer to
I will go and
some.
check it out in a bit.
Mm-mm.
So when did you want to tell us, the recording and everyone else in here a little bit about yourself? What you got
I
going
think
on?
everybody knows me, May. No, everybody knows
Well,
more
yeah, but
who I am, what I'm doing.
the people listening later might not.
Oh, okay, okay. So, well, where do I start? There is a lot to say in here, May.
Start from the beginning. No, no, I'm kidding. It's a short. It's
No,
a
it's
short.
too long.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it started with
Your
once upon a
earliest
time.
memory.
Started with once upon a time.
Well,
I
no,
was a little
give
girl
it
in
like
Italy.
that. I remember
Yeah.
I started once to years ago to use that kind of once upon a time for one of my collection as a bio because the press asked me a few words about me, and that was the intro of my presentation, and then I
Perfect.
was going deep into collection actually because any collection that you made you need to make to give a mood of inspiration. You need to
So is
introduce,
that
present is exactly the same that you do when you create an NFT, right? Because if you create an NFT, whether it's a PFP project, whether it's a one-on-one, whatever it is, you have to have a bio. You have to have a mood of inspiration over there. It's not just simple because it is, right? Um, so yeah, can I say about me?
so
I did many
is
things.
that's how you got discovered, or like somebody discovered you and that's what launched you into the fashion world?
Well, I started since I was kid, man. I was like 14 years old. I was
Right.
the first days of the high school, and because of my uh, because I'm tall, and there was like they always are talent scouts. They go around, check, see,
Ah, so it's the modeling thing that started it.
yeah. So that
Ah,
was with me in there. But before of that, it's like my parents, grandfather, so my relatives was always in the industry of fabrics production,
oh, okay.
and yeah,
So
and
you come
they
from
really produce
a
the
long line of
real.
tailors.
Mm-mm-mm. So it was beautiful for me because I grew up with those kind of stuff. So
Oh, that's
with the
cool.
perfumes of the colors, with the way that they create them, the prime materials in there, right? So yeah,
Yeah,
so
nice.
that takes me slowly by slowly in there, and
Yeah,
without even wanted or knowing, there you go. I was like starting to work around the world as a model.
nice.
And when I get stable again in Italy, after I finish my first graduation and I start the second one, which was the fashion and design. And after that, I finished the third one. And in the meantime, I opened my own brand. And there
And
you go.
the name of your brand is just for the people.
Is Juliana Mihai. Same.
Nice.
It's easy if you go everywhere you go. You can see. Just put Juliana Mihai fashion, take off, bring
Yeah.
off a lot of stuff. But whatever I did in my life, so
So do you have storefronts other than just in Italy? Do you have anywhere else in the world?
well. Before COVID, I used to work with Dubai, with Moscow, with France, Saint Tropez, Monte Carlo, a
Oh,
lot of
wow.
stuff around. Yeah, and before COVID, I actually wanted to move in Bali because I understand Europe is started going down economically and everything started to be like too much taxes, inflation is going up and up and up. And I was smart actually. I think I did the best thing that just to close everything and trying to move away. And then I got stuck, and the only country that I can traveling without not having COVID at that time was the UK. Coming here, and after 1 month COVID starting here, I find myself stuck.
Oh,
Uh,
no.
yes.
Oh, man. Yeah.
uh,
Yeah,
anyways,
COVID did not help a lot of people, that's for sure.
yeah. And
Yeah.
before that, I already signed a contract with a company, Chinese company, and because we cannot go with the traditional work of production creation and everything, they
Yeah.
basically force us to get in the digital fashion, right? So they go, you before you may use like 2D 3D Photoshop, Adobe, Illustrator, marvelous program for sometimes, but that was more for gaming, which didn't was too much appropriate for us as a fashion.
Yeah.
And then we have to update each of everyone who was part of this project. And believe me, it's huge because it was a lot of designers in
Yeah,
us.
the wearables, right? The wearables for
Yes, we.
yeah.
But the last one that is strictly for fashion is like Cloud 3D, which is the best in the world. So with that one, you can create your own avatar. You can dress it. You can put accessories on it, and you can create your background, backstage, your catwalk, editing the music and everything. So then you create your own fashion show in digital. So.
That's cool. That's really cool. And which VR platform are you using
For what?
for your wearables? Like where can people go and buy them and see them?
But in opposite,
In open
they are
cities.
already.
Okay.
Yes. There
Cool.
is the pink neon flower. That one is just a resume, a short part of the collection. I didn't put much in there because it, when I get in NFTs, I get for because my friends actually convinced me to get in here based of my talent and the way that I like to play with different programs and mixtures of everything I do in there. And they just says to me, you should go in there because actually you are good on what you're doing. And I said, okay, let me try. uh, I have to say, because before I studied a bit to understand what is this, why I'm
Yeah.
here, and I can kind of get a bit of confusion because I expect to find a lot of professional people, but actually didn't was properly like that. So a bit disappointed, to be honest. And at the same time, I still keep going. I was going on my way and just absorb what fits me better and ignore other stuff that not they are not good for me.
Yeah, you definitely want to ignore the noise. And like I said, I've been in your spaces a few times, and a lot of good, intelligent conversations going on in there. And I will say there was, I believe it was your co-host or whatnot, was doing a really good spiel on stuff, and some of the things though I thought were a little confusing, and I kind of just asked for clarification, and that's when I first noticed that you are well versed in NFTs and understand the terminologies and the utility and giving it value and all that good stuff.
Yeah,
And when
that
you were agreeing with what I was saying, and your co-host backtracked and corrected himself, so that was great. And that was kind of my first like, okay, you're not just a pretty face. You know
yeah, I
what you're
know.
doing, and you're part of the
You have to
business,
know the
and
first
you do all that
spaces
stuff.
that
Yeah,
yeah, the first spaces that I start to host in the NFT world in Twitter, it was marketing and security, you know. And trust
right.
me, I'm not joking. When I see, with all the respect, mental health or this guy, I'm just running away
Right.
because every time I go in there, it looks like I absorb all the negativity from the pain of the people, and it's something that makes me feel bad too, right? Because it's draining you.
Yeah.
So then I avoid those kind of spaces. I more prefer to be focusing in
Yeah.
marketing, security, because NFT is beautiful, but you need to know how to deal with them, you know? Because in the end of the day, it's a business, and if
Absolutely.
you don't know how to do it well, you lost
Right.
time.
Absolutely. And you kind of touched something that we'll get to later there, that you mentioned that people finding or getting the sadness and things like that, but people are
Yeah,
also
hurt
finding
people.
that's true too, but
You know,
people are also finding happiness in these places, and
Yeah,
Juliana,
that,
and
that's
it
why I'm
seems like
saying.
you and Mr. Jeb
and
Deasy, my
healed
buddy
people
there, you know.
heal people, Brad.
Absolutely, for sure. And we'll talk a little bit about that if you're okay with it, because I know that's
Absolutely.
a new thing and a big thing for you guys. But I don't want to put you on the spot about that. But just to mention, good things can come out of these places as well. And it looks like you guys found something genuine, and it would definitely make for a great story as well. Like that's phenomenal. And we will come back to
Mm,
that in a bit, but let's give or Christy,
We'll
do you
jump
want
to
to say something
Sovereign.
before we
And
jump to Sovereign?
what's up? Let me just acknowledge some special
Yeah.
listeners. What's up, Nino V? What's up, Mojo the Ghost? What's up, Donald? What's up, Maria? See you guys down there. What's happening? Sovereign. Tell me a little bit more about how you got into, because like I met you at the current point in your career where like you're just building psychedelic, awesome art galleries and really cool spaces, and you're connected with all these people. But like, how did you get from like your mother's womb to here? Like, give me a once upon a time as well. You got to start it with once upon a time.
It
That's
was a
hilarious.
dark and stormy night. Yeah, that's good.
Well, once upon a time,
Yes.
Nice, nice.
I had I started out as a music performer, and that's what I did. Then I went into musical theater and theater, performed and lived in London and New York, LA. I'm originally from Miami, but I got really burnt out by the industry. And I also had bands, jazz bands, industrial rock band in London, like conscious hip hop band in Miami. I just lived and breathed
Well,
performing and music. That was my thing. But then I got burned out because I always had to wear all the hats. And I always felt like I had to drag all
uh,
the other musicians,
Yes.
and it was just
Understand.
hard to
You
like,
sound like
it was
that
like,
sounds like the drummer usually. That's the drummer's job.
right?
yeah.
It
So
was like wrangling
mayor.
the cats.
Yeah,
You're the
wrangling
mayor
So
and the sheriff.
exactly. And it was
Yeah.
it was a lot. So I just got really burnt out, and just by the industry as well. I felt like I wish somebody would have told me that hard work and talent isn't enough, that there's gatekeepers, and there's certain,
yes.
like especially back in the day with their really predatory contracts. And that's actually one of the reasons I minored in music business, because I grew up watching Behind the Music VH1. I'm like, fuck, man, everyone keeps fucking these amazing musicians
You learned the
over.
lesson. That's the lesson, though, that you're supposed to get from behind the music. It's like they're making these things so people get, oh, the labels are gonna fuck me over. Huh? It's like, yeah, if they get the chance,
Yeah,
you give them the
exactly,
opportunity.
absolutely. So it's like, finally I just got really burnt out and I stopped performing and I got into film production. And that's been amazing. I'm still doing that, and I do brand marketing as well. Those two are my bread and butter. I love video editing. I love shooting. I love doing all that stuff. And then, but I felt like, oh man, like I'm not making any art. I'm not creating something that's for myself instead
Were
of
you
for a
doing like
client.
commercials or something?
Yeah, music videos, commercials,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so the paid work.
And,
It's like, yeah, it's not like technically art. It's like it is art, but you don't feel like it's art, right?
right, because
Yes.
it's more like for a client and it's what
Yes.
they
And
want and all
I'm
that kind
there
of
right
stuff.
now. I currently understand. I completely understand.
Yeah. So, my brother told me about NFTs because he's big in the VV community. He's like one of their head mods and everything. VV is NFTs, 3D AR NFTs, but that it's with with licenses with big companies like Disney and Marvel and
That's
DC
cool.
and all
What are
that
they
kind of
called?
stuff.
VDs?
VV.
Cool. Oh, I've seen
Yeah.
those. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's really
You
cool.
said I got that. I caught that. Did you catch that? He said VDs. He said VDs.
I said
You did
VDs.
too.
I was like,
I
that's a
know, that's what
terrible
it
name.
means. I know exactly. I
Way
caught
better.
that. However, there was one thing that you said, Sovereign, that I caught on, but now it's a little past due. But you said unconscious hip hop or
No, I said
conscious hip
I
hop.
no, I said oh, did I said conscious hip hop is what I
You
meant.
did.
No,
Yeah.
unconscious hip hop is
Yeah, I
cool.
know. And I'm like, where is that opposed to unconscious hip hop?
Unconscious hip hop is,
That's
yeah.
so funny.
That's the group that
Yeah.
Bill
Well,
Cosby
I know
references.
I meant conscious hip hop, but who knows?
What is
Oh
conscious
no,
hip
is that I
hop?
said a conscious hip hop band. That's what it was. Okay,
Oh,
but
wait, I'm
yeah,
still
I
confused.
said conscious hip hop band.
What is conscious hip hop?
Con- Conscious hip hop is hip hop that does not predicating the thug and hoe
Hmm.
culture into the community
Oh, with
and
all the
instead
swear words
uses
and
hip hop
Well
stuff.
said.
what it's meant to
Ah,
do, which is wake people up and educate them and it
thank you.
was that instead of the shit that you hear on the radio, especially the mumble shit. But anyway,
Well said, Sovereign.
Yeah,
um,
Because like I
good.
used to
Thank
just
you.
list out
I've never heard
rappers.
it
I used to
like
just
that.
like like Talib Kweli and like Common and Mos Def and like Lupe. Like I just started listing rappers, but like you said it so well. That was very well done. I'm gonna
Yeah,
listen to that recording later and be like, that is the actual definition.
there you go. Yeah, so F this
actually,
and that.
but I'm glad I could clear
Yeah,
that up for you though.
yeah. Thank you, because I was like, what's unconscious hip hop?
Brad, it's like conscious rap is like all your favorite rappers, plus Kanye.
Yeah, it's like exactly. It's Tupac and
I was
Tribe
gonna
Called
say,
Quest and
The
Black
backpack
Star, and
rappers, they call them. The
yeah,
backpack
I
you
rappers.
was
know.
gonna say Jamie Foxx, but okay,
He's got some conscious shit.
I guess.
But so basically, my brother, who's into VB and already told me about NFTs. But at that moment there wasn't any polygon, and I wasn't. I'm sorry, like I'm huge in the polygon community. I love it because I wasn't gonna pay gas fees to mint and then be like, oh yeah, my NFT is $40, but pay $300 in gas fee for it. I was like, I'd rather pocket that
Yeah,
shit and charge you $300. The fuck.
yeah.
But
Agreed.
so I was like,
Agreed.
I
What
stopped.
there is somebody else huge into Polygon. Cristiano, do you know who else is huge? You getting
Oh, I
at?
thought you were saying me. I was like, yeah, I
Yeah.
am very into Polygon.
No,
Uh,
no, no. The key huge. Who else do we know that you can do? Trump is huge into Polygon. Do
he's
Trump?
huge. Donald Trump.
Yeah,
Donald Trump is huge in Polygon.
Oh,
yeah.
for real? I didn't know that. I didn't know he was into NFTs.
No, he's not. Brad's just trying to get me to get Donald Trump to come on and do a
Oh,
guest
I
spot.
see.
He sometimes comes on our show, but he's
I'm like,
sleepy. He's in his little
'cause
dog
usually
bed, Brad.
conservatives are the ones that talk a lot of shit about NFTs, like, oh, it's just JPEGs, blah 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 blah. You guys are whatever.
No, no.
So I
It's
was
all
like,
a
It
Ponzi
really?
scheme. The whole thing is a Ponzi scheme. We all know that Mr. Ponzi Nakamoto, created Bitcoin with his friend Shaitoshi. Everybody knows this. This is common knowledge. Yeah, he's very uninformed. He's very uninformed about the whole space.
it's just, anytime somebody says huge, that should be your
You just
cue.
think huge.
Yeah, huge.
It's
Because Crystal,
pronounced
because
huge.
Crystal.
Well, usually when people say China, that's what triggers it. Like we were
Oh,
guests in
okay.
someone's space the other day, and Brad was like, "Hey, let's have some fun." And then someone said China, and then I was like, "Excuse me, It's pronounced Gina with a G, Gina. And they were like loving
Oh
it.
my
So
god.
I got to make a separate account. It's the real Donald Trump.
The
And I'm
real,
just gonna
real,
come on
the
to
real, real
Spaces as
official,
him. Yeah,
the real, real official Trump.
real official Trump. I'm gonna get so many more followers on that account.
Oh,
So much
yeah.
faster than like an actual person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially if you're doing spaces.
Dude, it's so much fun to tweet at him. It's so easy to tweet at him too. Just like put on caps lock and just go. Like, let her rip. And just write sad at the end. Boom.
Oh yeah,
Just
just a
insult
bunch
people in
of
caps and then write sad. Boom.
not just a bunch of drivel like nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, most of his tweets
Yeah.
are stream of consciousness. He's like, well, what do you do on the toilet? That's the craziest thing that people like figured out that like basically we knew Donald Trump's like shitting schedule based on Twitter. That's when he tweeted, and so like we all like knew his schedule, and it was like the
Oh
weirdest,
my
eerie
god.
part of it all.
You know
You know,
what? I do trend analysis. I'm gonna check that out. Time of
you
tweet.
should. You should also
Time
get a
of
golden
tweet.
toilet because apparently it gets you a lot of followers on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Tweeting from a golden toilet that makes me better immediately.
And do you have huge shits?
They have little gold specks because I eat those pills, and they smell like roses.
But are they huge?
They're huge. All right, Mr. Trump, that's enough.
That's enough.
Right, I put him back in his box. He has like a
Okay,
crate that I keep him in,
good.
and I keep him in the crate. So Stop, you were saying like you from that you got into NFTs, right? And then how did you get into building 3D virtual galleries?
Well, there was one of the people in Polygon was doing these community galleries. And I would go to them and my art was up and everything, but I would notice um there was nobody's like.
So what happened? Well, yeah, I said you were losing connection. Just
Yeah, I
were you
literally
walking
was just
around?
standing here next to my router, just couldn't be closer.
Huh?
What's happening? What's
Interesting.
that?
Damn squirrels chewing on the wires.
Damn squirrel. Yeah, it was a squirrel. So Sovereign, I don't know if you guys got to finish hearing her story. I only got to hear the first part of how you got into the VR.
Yeah. So basically I was going into this community gallery, and I realized that even though it was huge and it had a lot of like publicity and traction, there was a lot of artists, a lot of people in there, none of the art had the artist's name above it or anything next to it that told you how to find them, who they were, the name of the piece, nothing like you would in a regular gallery. Because I'm like, okay, hey, I love
Yeah.
this art piece, but who did it? How do I find it? So I felt like it was like a kind of self-serving thing. And I was like, okay, I'm actually going to take this, and instead of just do it for Polygon, I'm going to do it for all blockchains, all marketplaces, and I'm going to be the bridge between all these communities because, every blockchain is its own community, whether it's Tezos, Solana, Cardano, ETH, Polygon. So I was like, okay, when I put my gallery together, I'm going to make sure to have the name really big and bold on top. And next to it, I'm going to have their Twitter handle, the name of the piece, the description, and a QR code that leads to their marketplace. And now all of a sudden Spatial like added a hyperlink. I'm like, yeah, thanks, dude. Um, that's what you should have done from the beginning, but whatever. And but that's where the whole thing started. And so luckily from doing the community gallery, I met the dev that made my new gallery, the Neon Mushrooms in Space. And I'm gonna be doing three other
Gallery's so
I'm
dope.
gonna be doing three other galleries with him. That he's gonna design. I design them and then he makes them for me, and obviously I curate them and everything. And so I'm really excited about that. His name is Modifier Gauge. He's the bomb. That's my homie. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to continuing to do that. The next gallery, which is the Neon Mushrooms that you guys saw, I'm almost done putting all the art up and everything, and it's going to be opening up June 11th. So please give me a follow. I'm going to be putting it in the
Yes.
pin tweet so that everyone, can go in. We're going to have, it's not just art, but it's going to be NFT music as well. So I'm going to have music videos there. I'm going to have 3D NFTs with music in it, and all kinds of different artists. And at the end of the night, in the concert stage area, we're gonna do a whole lineup where we're gonna watch different music videos from different people. So yeah, it's gonna end with a concert.
That's sick. And do you have any cool artists lined up for that show?
Oh, for sure. I have Patch Bay. I have State to State, which I'm onboarding them in July. So, have a look out for their NFTs that are coming up. And you know that I work with the Music Patch. So it's
Yeah.
all the Music Patch artists, like Cherry. So definitely Patch Bay, everything.
Yeah.
So, and I'm going to turn the stage into the Music Patch stage so that I can, keep giving it as much publicity, and people get that logo stuck in their mind and start following
Yeah.
the music patch more.
Well, Severin, I've been playing music on stage for the last 3 years. I've been playing my whole life, but I've been gigging just professionally gigging to make a living for the last 3 years. Obviously 3 years before the pandemic shut down, right? So 3 years and then I stopped for the last 2 years. But because of that, I have like an amazing catalog of all this live footage of me, like in Paris and me in New York and in LA, and been performing all over. And so that kind of stuff, like, it could actually project really well on stage. So let me know if you want any specific songs or anything, or
For
like,
sure, man.
if you
Let
need
me
music videos.
know.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing like 2 songs per each artist. So please DM them to me, and DM me so I can. I'm actually gonna DM you right now my email, so you can just go ahead and do that, because I'd love to have you up there too, man.
Because I thought it would be cool to, like, because they're all shot at a show, so it could be cool because it looks like it's like on the jumbotron there. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like it looks like you're seeing a screen of a concert
For sure, that's dope, man.
versus like a music video. I just feel like I've seen music videos in the metaverse, but like I feel like watching a live show like that might be like super interesting.
Nice. I just emailed it to you right now in the DMs. But yeah, that's how I got into it, and I really love it. I love just connecting people. It's funny, one of the artists um that she was there that night that you guys jumped on into my space. Hi Cece,
Yeah.
she brought her boy Brian Life in there, and now he and I are homies that we
Yeah, he
met
was
that
cool. I
night.
talked to him for a while
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, he's dope. And I stayed after you had left, and he was there with me until 3 in the morning,
Wow.
putting art up, and we were getting to know each other, talking with Cece. And
Dope.
he goes to Brian, "Oh, the Sovereign, she's a collector of artists." And I'm like, "Yeah,
Not art, artists.
yeah."
I heard that. I
You're
heard
like
that
you're like
specifically.
Benicio in Guardians of the Galaxy, the collector.
No, I love it because, another goal of my galleries is I want all the collectors that go in there to know that these are projects that I've been vetting. These are people that I've been getting to know, because I know, especially when you get into the space, especially as a collector, and I know a lot of us artists are collectors as well. But I mean, if you're just coming solely for that, it's difficult to know like what's a rug pull or not. And I'm always, I've been doing this for 9 months, constantly going to spaces, talking to people, DMing them, supporting them, watching what they're doing, looking at their moves, and just seeing like, these people are in it for the long haul. They're in it for the longevity. Also, what I love about this crypto crash, it kind of weeded out the people that were just doing this for rug
Yes, it
pulls,
weeded out the
and you know
paper
what I mean?
hands.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
all the easy money is gone.
Absolutely.
They're all
And
gone.
I mean, in the end, when you're a true artist, we were making art in Web 2 when hardly anyone was fucking noticing anyway.
Yeah, this is
You
all.
know?
This is all. Even a down Web3 market is still better than my entire career as an artist. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like
Ditto.
that's what's so crazy about it. Like, and it's down right now, and everyone's like depressed, and we're all like getting here as artists, being like, "This is the coolest 24-hour concert I've ever been to, and I've ever had the opportunity of performing at." You know?
No, absolutely. And the thing is, like, really more than anything, the biggest like takeaway for me in the space is the community, and that sense of camaraderie, that thing of like,
Yes.
people inspire me, their art inspires me, they keep me going when I want to quit. All of a sudden somebody DMs me, is like, "Hey, I just want to tell you I really like what you're doing," or "Thank you for what you're doing," or "What are you doing next?" And that just keeps you motivated, keeps you going, and it also keeps you accountable. When you have the community like counting on you to do these things that you said you were going to do, I feel like it's also a benefit.
Yeah, and it helps like the process. At least for me, I stopped creating for a while because Well, for 5 years, I stopped posting online. I was still creating. I've created a ton of stuff. You guys are all going to get to see it now. For the last like 5 to 7 years, I just kind of like hid out and went into anonymity because I didn't like the way the audience was responding to what I was doing. And I didn't like how, like, like little engagement it was getting. And I saw that it wasn't their fault. It was like they weren't getting my posts, and TikTok was broke, or Twitter was broken, and, Vine was broken. Like it just was failing. You know what I mean? Like my content shouldn't get a ton of engagement and then less engagement suddenly, and I haven't changed what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So like that just led me to believe that like maybe there's just too many people getting on this trying to like do what I was doing, and the competition just got too ridiculous that it's like I would have had to do what a lot of my friends did, which was like start doing clickbait videos. Like my friend David Dobrik started, his first video was a puppy in a microwave, and it was him like smiling about to put this puppy in a microwave. And like that was that was the thumbnail. People were like, what the fuck? And you click that, and he doesn't even do anything to a puppy. It's like there's a whole video, and at the very end, he goes, "Oh, we got to get this thumbnail for the clickbait," and he just goes like, "Cheers with the puppy next to the microwave," and like that's the joke. But like he kept doing clickbait, and he still didn't. He's got a ton of millions of followers, millions of views from doing that. But like that's what I would have had to do, and I'm so glad I didn't, and just waited for this Web3 thing.
No, absolutely. I feel the same. I feel like I'm glad that I took a step back and I really just started reflecting on who I am as a human, who I am as an artist, healing a lot, going through that whole dark night of the soul, really getting real with myself.
Yes.
All these kinds of things that I feel are so necessary as a human, but most definitely as an artist. And then I really feel that we all collectively, our collective consciousness created this,
Yes.
because we needed it and we wanted community so much, and we wanted a way to, I mean, just in the time you've been here, how many new artists that you never would have met, never
Oh,
would have seen,
ever. I
right?
wouldn't
And
even know where to
just with
look. Like, where
that,
do you look for a metaverse designer? You know what I mean? Like, I've been on Upwork looking for illustrators and animators, and I find like 3 a day now. It's amazing. And I get to like have my
exactly.
pick,
That's the thing. You get to really build your team. You get
my
to
dream
build your
team.
community. You get to build the core. But not only that, like you get to just see beautiful art in all mediums from all the kinds of people around the world. And that to me is just, makes my day, because to me, reality, this world without art would not be worth it for me. I would
Yes.
have, I
Yeah.
would have checked out. Like I would have been like, bye guys. Like humans are not enough to keep me here. It's the art, you know. So that just makes me so happy that I get to meet all these new artists every day.
Yes, and you said like we created this, but I think we're co-creating it every single day. Like we're doing it right as we speak. Like every single time we come and we meet and we decide we're going to do this instead of keeping our heads down at the desk alone and just being in our bubble. You know what I mean? And it's like coming out of that bubble and just meeting as people and just being like, what are you working on? What are you working on? I compare it to like Pixar's Atrium. Like Pixar built, Steve Jobs, if you guys didn't know, like ran Pixar, started Pixar. So a lot of the Apple methodologies still permeate the way Pixar does business. In fact, like even their campus, like Apple's new campus is built the way Pixar's campus was built. But Pixar's campus is basically a circle, and all the people have different departments around the circle, and in the middle is the bathrooms and the food. So the two things that are necessities that you have to sometime during the day go to the bathroom or get food. And so why that was now that becomes the hub, and now all this innovation ended up happening in the bathrooms and right outside the bathrooms. And like it were like co-ed, bathrooms where like you have the shared sinks. And this just like these bathroom conversations ended up being, because it would be like one of the people from the illustrator team meeting with one of the people from the animation rigging team, you know what I mean? And being like, oh, check out this this character that has 8 legs. And the rigging team's like, that's going to be a nightmare, like lose 2 of the legs. You know what I mean? Like those conversations that would have never happened, but not for that cross-pollination of ideas. That's what's so cool about spaces, in my opinion. That's why I keep coming, and that's why I like having like tons of weird different guests at the same time up, because it's like, it's like just fun to see like what this random, it's like throwing potlucks with random guests.
That's so true. That's so true. And that's the best thing about the spaces and everything. And also like the reason why I find me personally Discord so fucking useless. I'm like, what's the point if I talk to the same people here and I'm DMing them and I have group chats with them? Why are you making me have to go over there? Like just fucking put it on your feed, you know, or create a community or something on Twitter.
Here,
Like,
here.
you know what I mean? Like, why do I
Yeah.
gotta go to all these different fucking places to talk to the same
Yes.
people?
Serious. Yeah.
Dude, I'm rethinking even doing a Discord at this point, which is so tough because my NFT project that I was going to launch when there was a market, and now I'm waiting for there to be a market again, was going to be like basically Discord bot based. And I had found a collection of like, handpicked all the best Discord bots that I like playing that I think are really cool, and I wanted to have like a server that was like all that. So I think for the tech stuff, but for the voice chat stuff, I would so much rather do it here because I looked at Discord voice and it's basically
I'm
identical
gonna
to
make
this.
a Brad music bot.
It's like identical to Stages.
Play music.
You should make a Brad music bot, and this plays
Yeah.
NFC music.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you did that, you made a music patch bot, whatever. If you make a music bot, then people will install it in their servers, and then it's like you get to pitch to your artists that you know, you're getting them streamed in all these different
Yes.
servers. It's not a bad, model.
Right. Just to the listeners, we will be giving out mics a little bit later. We just want to do the guest thing first, and then we will definitely bring up everybody and
I'm
anybody.
gonna fire a mic in your face, Zilla.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So just right now,
Emily and Aaron
we're
Kim.
doing
Everyone's getting a mic fired in their face.
the learning and the expert advising thing. Is that a word? Advising?
Expert advising, sure. It is
Okay,
now.
it is
I want
now.
to make a graphic for our show, Brad, and it's going to be like you like on green fire or something. Like you're going to be on fire and all green, and then I'm just going to be like there with like a bazooka on my shoulder, but it's going to say Mike Cannon across it. And it's going to be the mic, like the mic cannon is like, just shooting at people's face.
We should definitely do that.
I know, like a t-shirt cannon that shoots microphones.
Yeah. Or a wet t-shirt contest in Twitter
That'd be really good.
Spaces. No, that's terrible. That's terrible. Rewind that. Edit that out.
Hey,
Please.
Robert.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, so Sovereign, I couldn't agree more though, and that's why this is that's why we even do this show. It's because it's like yes, it is an effort, it is a commitment over time, but at the same time, it doesn't you don't notice it, and it feels like having a phone call with really cool friends, and it's like it's typically either Brad or I know one or both of the guests, and so it's typically like as though Brad was like, hey, you got to talk to my really cool friend, and the conversation just ends up going 2 hours because we get into it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mess up my own spaces sometimes. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna blow the doors off this place, and then I'm like, oh shit, this is my place. Ah,
You always blow the doors off our space, Brad.
I know. I'm sorry.
That's what you're here for.
And I gotta leave the tip this time for the Twitter maids. It's my turn.
I mean, someone's got it.
I know.
So Sovereign, so where do you see the space? Like, what are your favorite things to do in this space, or like, where do you see it going? Like, what are you building towards? Give us a glimpse of the master plan.
Well, for sure, doing more and more of these virtual galleries, but also I've been bridging because I just love that word, bridge. You know, like I feel as a millennial, I'm a bridge
Yeah.
between the older generation and the younger. And this, like, I just love being that little bridge. So I want to bridge the VR and the IRL and do different events. So I already did an event for LA NFT with Patch Bay. She did her music release party in real life, and the We Are the Sovereign Gallery was featured there. We were projecting all the artists from the gallery up. We're going to be doing the same thing at the Troubadour in Los Angeles, July 30th. State to State, the band that I'm onboarding is being kind enough to also let us project the gallery at their booth and sell merch from like Patch Bay and different people in the gallery as well. And just kind of, I want to make sure that we are in real life, face to face, informing the public more in depth about Web3 and about this space and the community and the benefits of being a part of it and all that. Because I feel like it's better to have someone in front of you and have them ask you questions sometimes than them just like having to sort through all these kind of different mixed messages. And also, I'm already getting together with the Miami NFT people, and we're going to be doing Art Basel. We got an amazing space down in Wynwood, so we're going to have the people featured in my galleries also going to be in Art Basel, so we're planning that soon. And so I'm really excited about that. And I'm going to be up in NYC NFT, and I'm going to see what I can get into talking to Patch Bay about any possibilities of anything we could do up there. But for sure, that's what's coming in the future. I want to keep doing more and more in real life events. One of our music patch members, Monk Nige, he went to VCon this year and he's gonna go again next
Oh,
year. We're gonna have a booth, a music patch booth.
I know him.
So we're
Good.
doing big things to make sure that we're not just doing things in VR, but we're doing things in IRL. And I also got I'm in the talks with this amazing AR company, Super World, and I'm also going to be curating for them AR as well. So I want the VR, IRL, and AR curating thing happening.
Well, you got to come check out the AR uh, VR platform because we were schooled yesterday by Eugene. So I'm not going to say that it's a metaverse. But yeah, I would love to. Well, let me put it this way. One of the ways I give back to the community is I offer virtual reality real estate in the over the reality VR platform. And so if you want to build something in there and sell stuff in there or rip shit up in there, I would be more than happy to give you an SDK key and you can upload whatever you want and do whatever you
Oh,
want.
that's amazing, man. Because that's one of the things, like, the people in my gallery, I always want them to get as much eyes as possible, within real
Yep.
life and the AR and stuff like that. But also my holders, they get their NFTs are tickets to the events in virtual reality and in real life. They're also raffle tickets for merch and everything that I'm coming out with. So I just want to do things exactly how you said, like ways that you can give back to the community, especially my holders, which I'm lucky enough to already have 4, and that makes me so happy. Warms my heart. I'm like, oh my god.
Nice.
But yeah, it's a super amazing feeling
Yeah, and
to
they
be
have
able to think of
full
ways to give
bodies.
back to them.
Yeah, and
What?
they're full body avatars and stuff in there too, just like spatials.
Nice.
Yeah, and
So yeah,
what I
DM me so we can get together and I could go visit and we could talk about that. I would love to do
yeah,
that.
for sure.
I feel like all nighttime meetings should happen in the metaverse because it's like Spaces is like a daytime thing, and then it's like nighttime we meet in the metaverse.
Right.
Because like you said, like you get to see stuff all day because you're a bit more in a visual space, Sovereign. But like for me, I'm hearing great art every day, which is amazing. But I'm a visual artist. I'm a filmmaker. So it's like I feel like this whole thing is crawling. Like it's we're not there yet. When I can go in and like do what we're doing on Spaces, like in a visual metaverse every night and feel comfortable, then I'll
Right.
be like super psyched because then I can show you guys dailies. I can show you guys like like we do on a Discord call. Like I have a lot of things to show
Yeah.
rather
It's
than
not moving
tell.
fast enough for us. We might as well just do it ourselves.
I mean, that's what's happening.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, if we
No, I
when
mean
we
it's there. It's just about adoption. Like I could get people in space show. Like I had a great time.
Oh
The,
yeah.
the the thing was
No, that was
seamless. It was just about like getting people there and reminding. Like I send out invites. It was about reminding people or just telling them it's like a 5-second process to
but
download the app.
if we build it, they will come.
I mean that's the thing is that's not true. It's like if we build it and then tell them what it is, they'll come. And
Yeah,
right now they don't know what it
they
is,
but
and they need to see clips.
people have not seen the forces of Cristiano and Brad Music together
And
at
that's the thing, dude. Dude, people haven't even seen our forces on this show. Like if I were to make a pro,
we're just getting
like if
started.
I were to make a
Uh-oh, you're carpeting again, dude. Come back into the light.
Baby, come back.
uh, damn, what is it? There's something, is there like a thunderstorm or lightning storm or some sort of storm, sandstorm?
Can you hear me?
There you go, we made it
Yeah.
back.
I was just switching from.
Oh, trouble at the old mill, boy.
Yeah,
Ah,
my border
no,
collie sends
you're,
trouble at the old mill.
there you
Yeah.
go.
Sorry, she's just.
Something. Okay, you're back. You're
So I
back.
was saying like there is yes, it needs to be a bit more like it needs to be education. Like we need to educate. Like if I were to make a clip, which I'm doing right now, of this show of us saying funny stuff, right? And then like just imagine like I'm zoomed into your face, and as you're talking, I'm having your PFP, even though it's fire.
Ew.
As you're
Can you see
talking,
my port?
no, as you're not a person. You're a piece of fire. So as you're
Oh,
talking, I
right.
take your PFP, right, and I add like a mouth, and I start making it talk, and then I pan over to mine, right, swish pan over to mine, and now mine's talking, and swish pan over to Sovereign's, and now she's talking, right. So like that kind of thing, and we're saying funny stuff, and we're jumping back and forth, like that kind of clip sent out to YouTube, sent out to TikTok, sent out all over the place, people are going to be like, what is this Twitter Spaces thing? This is badass. But no one's doing that. Twitter just made an ad. That's about it. So I'm just saying, like, there's no advertising for what we're doing here. So why the hell would anyone get on? You know, and
Not only that, but I noticed that they changed the algorithms because all my main people, my OG people that I would see them all the time, see their posts, we were always constantly sharing each other's stuff and boosting each other up and
yeah,
commenting on each other's stuff. Like all of a sudden, all those people disappear
gone.
and I see a whole bunch of new people. I'm like,
Yeah,
but how did this, like, why? I feel like they
yeah.
just don't want us to do well. And that's what pisses me off. Like,
Oh, 100%.
let me have mine. Even if it's a small a slice of the pie, you already have 5 mansions and a jet and a yacht. Like, what more do you need? Why you gotta take my shit to, like, let me live and do well, dude? Like,
You're right. I mean,
fuck.
the thing is, it's like it's the tech, and then there's no incentive to fix it because the tech breaks like that, and then that's why like, I'm out here educating people every day. Like everyone right now, go ring my bell, ring Brad's bell, ring Sovereign's bell. You got to go to their profile and hit that notification. Like Sovereign, I see your tweets. I'm engaging in your tweets now because I see your posts. Like they pop up on my phone, you know, and it's like that's how it should be. And you can do
But
that
that's
with
why I
30 or
need
40
my
people.
future baby daddy Musk to get up in here already. He needs to
I
get up in
know.
here and fix all
He
this
might
for
not even
me.
buy it. He's like about to walk
I
away. I heard.
know, because he's like, oh, half of it is bought. So what, bro,
Yeah,
bro? Come
like
on.
fix the bots, get them out of here. But spaces
Just
aren't.
fix
There's
the
no
bots,
bots on
fix the
spaces.
problems, make it efficient, and help us make money. Jeez.
That's the thing. I follow back everyone that follows me on spaces because they're a human. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, that's a
Yes.
human. I want to
Oh no,
connect with
and
this
that's
human.
another thing. And another thing I want to tell the people in the space: always look at who is following you. If it looks like a bot and it smells like a bot, it's probably a fucking bot. Don't bother following it back.
Hmm.
That's one. Try your best to see if that person is a real human, and also don't follow more people than that follow you. Like if you only have, let's say you have 1,000 followers, but you're following 4,000, like don't do that.
It just
It's
looks
better to
bad.
follow a little less or the same amount, and build incrementally than do that. And also, I don't follow back people who have like a shitload of followers and they follow like 20 people. I don't think so,
Yeah.
Baba. Okay? Like
No, I'm the
one
same
hand
way.
washes the other.
I go through on my. I have I have programs that I can go through and just basically say like, all right, if this person follows, you know what I mean? Like if they're follow to unfollow, follow to friend ratio kind of thing, right? So it's like if they only follow 20 people and then they're followed by like a million, it's like no point in me following them, right? They're not going to follow me
Yeah.
back. They're not going to actually make any kind of engagement. They're not really using this platform, right? That's what you're saying. It's like basically like a brand account, you know? So unless you're really into that brand, like don't even worry. But the cool thing about this, if this network works in theory the way it's supposed to, is that we all have a lot of mutuals in this space and in the spaces space. And like, even in the last 2 weeks, like everyone I meet in this space now, I'm like, oh, like 70 other people that I follow you, you know? So it's like we're all so intricately connected that if they actually do fix this and let us talk to each other, we could do some damage. It's probably why they're not letting us talk to each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Because
They're like,
also we're
sir, they're
setting we're
connecting.
setting the precedence, right? Like so the whole thing with the crypto crash was manipulated, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens? People panic, they panic sell, they leave, they quit, they stop, whatever. And these big companies are still doing the crypto thing, are still going to be doing the NFT thing. um the banks as well, everything. So it's like, come on, people, they see the potential in it just like we do, and we have to be freaking diamond hands over here, bro. Like, hold on to your shit, keep doing your stuff, keep
Straight up.
steadily, little by little, building your community, which is the foundation of what you're doing, right? If you don't
That
have a
actually
strong
segues me
community,
really
it
well
doesn't
into
matter.
the music patch. So I wanted to segue into music
Yeah.
patch with that. So it's like, I think it's safe to say, and that's why I love, like, you're one of the main reasons I got on music patch because your energy and your passion is so contagious. And I want to be around people who are like, genuinely get it, right? And so like the fact that you were like, this is like time to build. This is time to, get the paper hands out of here. Like, that's perfect. And now that there's not as much noise, we can sort out, right? Right now, the people, like, this is how I found the Viners that I ended up being my best friends. Was there was a moment where like Vine was like down, and when everyone was like around, during that little lull before it picked back up, those were the people that ended up doing well, and I ended up, fucking with over the years, because I was like, you guys are here when there's nothing in it for you. There's nothing in it for anyone right now. Not really. So it's like everyone who's here is just like, it's the real OG and is awesome for being here. And when everything takes off, those people deserve, their share of the pie. They deserve their flowers. And
Absolutely.
I
But
feel like Music Patch is set up to like do that. It's like to help those people now and like select those people.
oh, for sure, for sure. And that's what we're doing with each other, you know? Like I said, it's kind of like another way of holding each other accountable. Because this is the thing, like I see a lot of big brands, right? And even celebrities that are getting, minting NFTs now. We don't even talk about that shit. Why? Because
Yeah.
they're not in spaces and they're not building community and they're not
Yeah.
talking to us and
Oh
they're
yeah.
not
We don't
here
talk about the Batman
building this
cowl,
shit.
like the
No,
Batman
like,
NFT. Like no one. I mentioned that, and people are like,
or
is it
Johnny
Batman
Depp
NFT?
or any of that shit. I don't give
Yeah.
a
They don't
fuck.
give a shit.
You know,
Uh-uh.
none of us do. We're all talking about each other and oh my God, I met this person, or talking about our blockchains, or hey, what marketplace are you using now? Or like,
Yep.
giving each other advice about roadmaps, about this. And like, we're literally building this together because we're pioneering it.
And history is
There's no
repeating
one that's an
itself a little
expert.
bit because like when
Yeah.
when this was happening, this similar thing was happening with like Vine, where it was a bunch of people were getting together and making a thing happen. Like the brands that were in there in the beginning didn't know what the fuck they were doing, and their Vines were god awful. It was like around their office. Like when I took over Trident's Vine account, it was god awful. It was Vines around their office that they were shooting with their Vine account. It was like, why would we want to see your desk? Like what? You know what I mean? But it just showed that the perspective was that of like that person changed their desk working for Trident every day, right? So like they were like, this is what people want to see is like my gum desk moving. They would like push their gum back across the desk and make it stop motion. They thought that was like content, right? Someone told them make content. Their boss was like make content, and they went and tried to make content. It probably was their boss because Gary Vaynerchuk was running the Trident social media team, so it actually was Gary saying go make content, and these guys were making content at their desk, and it was god awful. And so like that's what's happening now. It's like these NFT projects that are just like, well, everyone loves, our brand. Everyone spends every day with our brand. It's like that's just you psychopath. No one loves Batman more than you because you think about Batman every day. You know what I mean? Like I love Batman and I don't have a Batman NFT. And I love Batman and I'm like a big Batman fan. You know what I mean? So it's like
How
that,
big?
yeah.
How big?
Apparently not that big because I don't have a Batman NFT.
Yeah, but you can do what?
I mean, I dedicated most of my life to being Batman.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
You what? Swear to me. This is Batman Day. And he talks like this because he's really excited, and then he gets out of breath really easily, and then and then and then sometimes my nose is running, and then sometimes I fall down. So that
It
was
almost
Bruce Wayne,
sounds like
ladies
a
and gentlemen.
pissed off Trump.
Yeah, they're similar.
Yeah,
They're
very
definitely
similar.
they're definitely both deep in the register.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Hmm.
It's all one voice. It's all the same voice. You're a hack.
You're just doing
Phony.
different emotions with the same
Yeah,
voice.
I'm just a great big phony.
That's good. Yeah, that's funny. I don't know. I can't do that one. I got to get like really, really into the zone, and I can only do like the screaming Jerry Seinfeld kind of thing. Like,
I think
what do you
Zola's mad at
mean?
us, Brad.
Yeah.
You got to tell Zola that you specifically informed me not to bring anyone up.
What do you mean? I
I think
did.
he was requested for a while, so I think he's mad at us because he left.
Oh no, no. I okay. I'll
Brad and I
take
do
it
this thing
back.
that every time someone leaves, we just assume they're mad at us and they just like left in
Oh
disgust, and
yeah.
it wasn't
Where's
like a phone
Jilly?
call.
Where's
He was mad at you, bro. He left, so that means he's mad
Did
at
he
you.
actually come in though?
No,
No. Okay. Yeah.
I told you he's mad. He doesn't come on our spaces anymore, Brad.
He missed two.
No,
April 11th.
he's been busy.
Yes.
I think he's been busy. He's been busy trying to get us brand deals, probably. He's been busy trying to figure out which advertiser will work with us because he really likes us, and then he's like pitching us to advertisers, and then they keep tuning into our shows through ghost accounts, and then they're like jumping out. They're jumping off the cliff.
Yeah.
That's probably what's really going on. He's probably just sending us like advertisers and brands, and they listen to our show at the wrong time, and then they just jump off a cliff. Not really off a cliff, but we call it jumping off a cliff when a listener just stage dives out of the room. Fun little animation. So sovereign.
But
So
that's
sovereign.
awesome too, because you get to weed out people that you don't want. You know
Honestly,
what I mean?
honestly, that's kind of why we do it. Because at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, like we got to be business savvy, and yes, if you can't tell that we're both brilliant, then like you have your head up your ass. But like, can you be funny too? Can you be like fun to hang out with? You know what I mean? Because I don't want to work with people who are uptight. Because then it's like you have to police yourself, and then suddenly the culture, it's like you end up bending to this weird PC or corporate culture that doesn't even fit you in the first place, and it's your company. You know what I mean? So it's like you can find like-minded individuals that you can like crack jokes in front of, and they're not gonna like call HR.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Absolutely. And let me tell you, I yearn and long for the fucking days when you can tell a joke and not get slapped. Okay?
And not get
I
slapped.
fucking long for that shit. Like
I
really,
mean,
people get a fucking sense
people are
of
allowed to
humor.
slap you.
That's what comedy's
Yeah.
about. Everybody gets made
Oh, you're
fun
saying
of.
Will Smith
Get the
getting,
fuck
yeah,
over
Will
it.
Smith
Yeah.
slapping, yeah.
Yeah. Get
I
over
was like,
it.
is
Get the
someone
fuck
hitting you,
over it.
Saber? Every
Shit.
time
No.
Saber tells a
It's
joke, she
just,
gets
you know
slapped.
what I'm saying? Like people
Yeah.
just, and then they,
Yes.
and cancel
It's too
people and all this. Like you don't
sensitive.
have
It's
better
too
things to
sensitive.
do with your fucking life than do that over a joke. Come on. For
Well, like
real.
if you look at how Joe Rogan wasn't canceled, it was because his audience is like diehard and they support him, right?
Bro,
And
he has
so,
over 11 million people, and I'm one of
yeah,
them that's been listening to him for years. And you
dude,
think
right?
because of these mainstream shitheads, I'm gonna be like, yeah, all of a sudden I'm gonna stop listening to. I've actually listened to him for hours, so no one
Yes.
can tell me what he's about.
Oh, thousands of hours because I listened to that show at episode 30. I used to listen to him live, and it like reminds me of what we're doing now because it was just like, well, eventually we're going to be at episode 3,000 or whatever, and be like, dude, remember we were in episode 10? I thought that was
Yeah.
a big deal. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because like Joe Rogan's at what is he like episode few hundred now? What 700, 900?
Really?
He's at a lot of episodes. I can check right now.
Oh,
It's
for
fine.
sure, for
Huh.
sure.
He's
If anything,
up
it's
there, dude,
probably even more.
and because he's
It's
only
probably
doing
even
5 days
more.
a week or 4 days a week, I think he does.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he's up there. I'll tell you right now. Joe Rogan.
Huh. So, just to clear my
He's at
conscience, and
episode
not conscious
1808.
hip hop,
Brad.
but my conscious, are we really okay with what I did in spatials there? Just because that was,
Brad, he's at episode
Oh,
1827.
nice.
wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
No,
I didn't mean to do that, by the way. That was accidental. It just happened to work out in my comedic favor.
oh no, man, don't even worry about it. It's all
Yeah.
good.
I,
It's
I,
all
I'm,
good.
I'm,
I don't care. Let me tell you, Cece that was there laughing her ass off while you were doing all that. She
Yeah.
later on, when everybody left, she told me she's never laughed that hard.
Yeah, you
She's
made it.
like,
You made a
that
fan,
was
bro. Like
amazing.
yeah,
that
what's the
kind of
matter? You
stuff
never seen a
is
grown
special.
avatar jerk
Dude, it
off
was literal. It's like
in the
she said.
scaffolding before?
No, and she
Yeah,
called
that
it
happens every day.
slapstick in the metaverse. She's like, I've never seen
Yes.
slapstick comedy
Yeah,
in the metaverse. It
but
was
mine was
fucking
more like
brilliant.
slap dick in
Well,
the
because
mouth.
it was. I think it was like it was funny, but then when I got up there and started trying to help you, then it became like a Laurel and Hardy
Yeah,
routine.
that you were invading my personal
Yeah.
space.
It became like
You
grab my
put your
hand. No,
ass
the
in my
other hand.
face.
Yeah. So I mean, there is something to be said about that. About like two stooges running around these worlds and these spaces, like
And we need a
being
third.
ridiculous.
Oh yeah, my brother,
His
from
brothers,
a lost
yeah,
cousin.
yeah, from my last stream, who did not
Yeah.
come back yet, by the way.
Yes, Spata.
So rude. So basically, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Brad's little brother, not really his little brother, but like a guy who is
Yeah,
basically his
he's my
clone.
brother from my long lost cousin.
He rolled into our space, started blasting techno music, and was just like, me, what up, motherfuckers? And I was like,
Just
Brad,
like
is
I
this
do.
you? Yeah,
Just like I
it's
do.
Brad.
Yeah.
And Brad got a taste of his own medicine. Brad was on like 30 hours, no sleep, and he just couldn't even handle it. And I
Yeah.
was like, this is how the rest of us feel, Brad, when you come in with your music.
I liked it. It was just like it was just getting too much. I was like at hour 36 or 38 and I was just like, hey, that's it. Just kill it. Just
Well, we're at
like
hour 1, so can I open up the panel and bring up some other awesome people to chat with us about what we're talking about?
if you
Of
feel that
course,
you have
man.
Sovereign, if you
Beautiful.
let you
Mike Cannon, loading up.
got
I'm
everything
firing mics
out
at everyone's head.
and won't have
Will you message
interruptions,
Zolo?
now the craziness will begin. But did we even provide any expert advice yet, or what?
That's what the other people are for, because they can ask questions.
Are you sure?
Yeah, this is like... All right, everyone's
Wait,
got one.
my gun is better.
Well, yeah, but mine was more fun.
Agreed. There you go.
I'm going to message Zolo and tell him that we're at the Q&A portion.
I
He
did.
probably... Oh, you did? Okay, cool.
I got that.
Thank you.
And Donald,
See, most
man,
fucking hosts don't even care about their listeners. We track
yeah,
them down.
I
When a
tracked
listener
them down.
jumps, we
Yeah.
track them down and we're like, is everything okay? Did we do anything? Do you
Right.
need money from our wallet to make it better? Except for that last part. We don't do that last part.
We bribe all our listeners.
Rick, if I give you $20 out of my wallet right now, will it make things okay?
Yeah. Nope.
No. What's happening, Donald?
I had a question about something that you guys were talking about. So when
Sure, ask away. What's up?
when you're talking about your followers and following, um, I just wanted to, because if you take a look at my follower to following ratio, um, I am all about Web3 and making everybody come with us for the ride, and we're all going to make it. So I just follow everybody that I come across that I actually can interact with. So when I first
Okay.
started, I followed everybody and everybody that they were following that Twitter would suggest. But can I just know why it's not good? Like I understand the bots thing and things like that, but
Well, one reason you peak out at 5,000 following. Yes. So you can only follow up to 5,000 people. Then what?
I heard that when you get 5,000 followers, you get to follow more. So you have to keep it kind of even.
Oh, is that how it
I
works?
believe so, but I'm not sure. That's why I was coming up to ask you guys. Seem pretty.
I've only experienced the people that have, followed 5,000 people and all of a sudden they can't follow anybody anymore. So I
And
don't
that's
know
the
if
thing.
they're
It's
in the
because
video
they're
aspect.
following way more people than the people that are following them, and that's the problem. So that's why my
Yeah.
suggestion is that's okay that you follow everyone that you come across, right? But
Yeah.
if after a while, let's say after
I
a
do the
week,
same.
they don't follow you back, there's no point.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
there's not going to be the same reciprocal engagement. You want reciprocal people. You know what I mean? That it's
absolutely.
like, they're going to follow you. Like there's going to be at least some engagement of some kind going on, right?
Yes.
And that also, it looks better, right? So if all you have is 500 followers and you're following 500 or 600, that looks a lot better than you
Right.
having 1,000 and you're following 5,000. Like that doesn't, it
Yeah.
doesn't look good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
No. It's like
Like
you're
I'm almost
remember that
even
all
right
of this
now.
is psychology too, as well.
Yes.
you're
Like
liking
mine is
more
almost
than
even
they
right
like
now.
you back.
And I'm gonna go and unfollow like 500 people tonight with my unfollower tools because like my followers are about to be at 3, and then I want the following to be at like 1, like a 1900. You know what I mean? So like psychologically, it looks like I have 1,000 something following me and 3,000 something, followers, right?
Mhm. Well, you know what? There's been
The bigger
accounts.
the gap between those numbers, like the better. But then you get to a point, like she was saying, where it's like if you have 50 people you follow
Yeah.
and like thousands of followers, where it's like it doesn't give people a chance. So you have to kind of gamify with that too, because people want to believe that you're going to follow you back. So someone like who
Oh, and
has
also
300,
remember, a lot of them are bots too.
yes,
So just look at it
yeah,
and you have to be able to tell like, okay, yeah, this is a bot. Don't bother following those back. Even if they are following you, fine, whatever. But like just, because some of these bots, as soon as you accept it, then they'll start DMing you or they'll start like tagging you on
Yeah.
shit. Like, you know what I
I,
mean? Like it's just unwanted attention.
yeah, and before we get to Exolo here, I just want to say I've experienced this that where there's accounts and big accounts like they got 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 followers and they follow you first. And I'm like, what the
oh
hell?
yeah,
But they haven't liked any of my tweets or anything else. I haven't talked to them, nothing. Never saw them in the space before. So you just, you're excited, like, holy shit, that's a big account. So you follow back. And then like 2 weeks later, they're not following you anymore. You're like, what the hell?
yep,
Yeah,
So
that's why
that's
I'm
how they
always
build their
looking.
followers, but then they drop their
Exactly.
like
following.
I
So
could
I'm
do
just
that.
like,
I could
unless you
unfollow
have
everyone, Brad.
liked, if
But what
you've
I
not
do,
liked one
yeah.
of my tweets, I am not following you
So
back.
my advice for
That's it.
that is like if you want to grow that way and follow and unfollow and don't do it indiscriminately, like follow
Yeah.
people on spaces you're talking to. Like for example, go on spaces, follow people on spaces. That's humans,
hmm
right? And
Yeah.
there's more likely to, if they see you in the space with them, stay in the space. Don't just jump in,
Yes, that is
follow
different.
them.
If you're
And
following,
then,
'cause
but
we're
I'm
in a
gonna go
space
mass
together, that is
unfollow.
different. But
I'm
if
gonna go
you
mass
all of a
unfollow, Brad.
sudden, boom, you got to follow, and I've never seen you before, and you haven't liked any of my tweets, I'm not following you back.
So what you want to
No,
do is also look up an unfollower tool, like mass unfollower tools online, and so those will let you log in with your Twitter. And there's certain different ones. I don't know. I'm not by my desk right now, so I don't know exactly the ones I use, but I use a few different ones because they have limits, right? So you use like 3, and some of them let you basically. Most of them let you do it by like how many followers the people has,
Okay.
or the person has, or like when was their
That's
latest
what I'm
tweet,
talking
for
about.
example. Like I unfollow everyone who hasn't tweeted in the last year, right?
Right.
So like
Okay.
that's another way to like sort out basically like burned accounts or dead accounts as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, I hear you. Okay, Exolo, it's all you,
So
buddy. Just breathe,
What
breathe.
up, bro?
really, it's about engagement, and you gotta focus on engagement. A lot of people don't realize, like Twitter, it's a dying tool. Like people don't realize that. Like, yeah, we got Web3, we have the metaverse, we have NFTs, and Elon Musk. That's the reason Elon Musk is getting involved. It's a dying tool, right? Meaning that in order to create that amount of engagement and organic discovery on your Twitter, you have to constantly be involved with people, and that's just really hard to do from scratch. And Chris, you brought up a very good point talking about spaces, right? Spaces gives you that ability to essentially bump into new people and create those organic relationships. And then a lot of people also, you have to make sure you're using the resources you have with Twitter, right? You can go to the Twitter advertising platform and you can monitor your growth rate and your Twitter following rate, and make sure like when some of these accounts get suggested, you follow them. Like I don't know if y'all have seen, but sometimes you'll follow a person and then it says suggested, follow all those like suggested similar followers. And if you reach out or you followed a legitimate person, say for example you follow Brad Music NFTs, you've been in several spaces with them, when you see that list of several people, those people are more than likely going to be actual human people, and now it's
Yeah.
your job to go and slowly follow them and build that relationship. So it's all about engagement. Go ahead, Chris.
No, it makes sense. So like I didn't know that. So that's your like actual list of like humans. So I usually ignore that list. So thank you for the advice because I'll totally follow those people now. Because like Facebook like conditioned me to ignore those lists because like their list was like
Yeah.
your ex girlfriend. It's like, bro, really? Like
So
really? Like
I'll give you a
how are you
prime
gonna know
example.
I'm in a relationship status for 6 years with this person? How are you gonna know I'm married and then divorced and then you're gonna be like, hey, you
I
should be friends with your ex-wife? Like that's when I deleted Facebook. I was like, the algorithm's broken. They just suggested that I should friend request my ex-wife, and that's a broken platform because that would be a very bad idea, right?
Yeah, sure. And right. And, just to give you an example of that little tool, like I said, you have to make sure if you're going to hit that button, you have to be certain you're hitting it on an account you trust. Like I will hit that button for sure on anything night shift because that's how the Twitter algorithm works. And to give you a prime example is I have people from CNN and USA Today. So both CNN and USA Today, I have two anchors that follow me. That is no fucking lie. And the reason it happened is because they do those pop-ups. Every now and again they'll have a space like this Twitter space junk is very new. I'm trying not to curse so darn much, but it's very new and a lot of people are trying to hop on it and catch the wave. And so you have these big companies that hop in. Well, one day I hopped in a USA Today space and I tried to get the mic, and it was so funny because I followed the anchor off the show. I hit the follow all button and someone just happened to follow me back because of the Virginia location, because a lot of politicians, news reporters, and stuff are located in Northern Virginia. So, not Pep, but Chris, you sometimes want to hit that button, man. Trust me.
Thank you for all that advice. Cristiano, if you do get back to a computer, if you wouldn't mind shooting me over one of the unfollow bots, because this isn't the first time that I've heard this, and I just wanted to get your opinions as well, and you brought up a lot of good points.
Sorry, I was waiting for my mic. Yeah, that's no problem. If you just shoot me a DM, just remind me about that because then I'll get to all my DMs after the show.
So, what else do we have in house? Oh, Matthew, awesome, man. Thanks for coming back. And King, we need to reschedule. Are you still at the casino?
No, I'm not currently in a casino right this second, and
Woo, we did it.
I just, yeah, I don't know what was going on that day. It is what it is, and I'm definitely going to reschedule, and I haven't yet because I forgot, and then I always love to join and just listen in, though. It's great.
You know what, man? We shorted our guest there,
She went to
Juliana.
sleep.
She
She shorted
went to
us.
sleep.
Yeah,
So
she didn't
if you
know
want
about the
to,
show.
yeah, if you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, we can do it right now.
I mean, I,
And we can have
I
you
have
on
no
again
problem,
too,
like,
but I'd just love to hear a little bit.
I have no problem like talking or sharing or anything like that. It's just like I'm also going through a transitioning and a transformation that's like I don't necessarily personally have anything to promote right now,
Okay.
other than just the idea of this constant networking and gathering of like-minded people and having these kind of conversations that are keeping me sane right now.
Straight up,
Well,
dude, me
that's
neither.
cool.
I don't have anything to promote right now. I had an NFT project I put on hold for like, I've been working on it for 6 months, and I was just like, I'll do that when the market picks back up, right? So it's like, realistically, I have nothing to promote right now, and I'm just like chilling. Like, people are like, you have music out? I'm like, nope. They're like, you have this? I'm like, nope. They're like, what are you doing? I'm just like, making friends.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know?
It's so funny. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Because when you guys
people
have
ask
money,
me,
when the markets are up, guess whose NFTs are buying? Mine.
"Hey man, hey man," when people ask me, it's like, "Where can I find your music?" I'm a little different than most people, so like when people ask me that, it's like, well, no, you don't. You either hear me live or you hear about me. But until I'm ready, even if you
Yo, I love that.
don't. So I'm always down to play live, though. I mean, I'm sitting here next to my guitar. I can always pull it out and play.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
please, bro. Freaking.
I wasn't intending on it, but I don't mind. If you guys wouldn't mind, let me just mute myself for a few minutes. You guys go back to
Yeah, tune
talking,
up,
and then I'll
dude.
raise
Tune
my
up,
hand
get
when
ready.
I'm
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you
Absolutely.
guys.
Yeah, do your thing.
Absolutely.
Spaz,
There we go.
I play guitar on our night shib streams like almost every night too, and they're always just like,
On a what?
just yeah, we do a night shib stream. So I go to that stream. That's how I met Brad. Is the night shib.
Yeah, you see
They're a
my
bunch of cool
tramp
people.
stamp there?
Yeah,
But
I
when
have
you
one
say
too.
stream, I'm not understanding
Oh,
that
sorry. I
word.
mean like space. Sorry.
Okay. That's I
Yeah,
was just
sorry.
making sure because like when you said stream, I was like, are you on Twitch?
Bro,
Like I didn't.
yes, I'm an OG. So I started doing Twitch in 2014. So like I still thinking like it's a stream, it's a video stream, it's a live
Yeah,
stream. Yes,
Mhm.
but
yeah, I got
yes,
you.
spaces.
Yep.
They have me performing almost every night, and I'm like outside chilling, smoking a J, and they're like, Cristiano, you got a song for us? And I'm like, hold on. So it's like
Yeah,
run inside, get my guitar, tune up, like drink some water, like get ready, stretch.
You should
exactly.
you
Yeah.
should
Yeah, you know
I
the
know. I'm
routine.
saying. I feel you.
you should
Take
dress
your
up
time.
like one of the dudes from Desperado.
I always
Go
am,
outside
bro.
with your guitar.
I always am.
You
That's literally
really
what I look like. I'm always wearing like a blazer and a suit. So
and
it's like
leather pants.
and a
Ouch.
guitar. Yeah, the
Ouch.
leather pants.
Your profile pic is like for if that's your your own face, it's phenomenal. I mean,
You're
it's
mine?
You
yeah.
got a
Thank
phenomenal
you.
face, Chris.
It's
That is
like,
my
bro,
phenomenal face.
it's like the entire movie of Fast Time at Ridgemont High as one picture.
It's cool, right? The reflection in the
Yeah.
glasses.
You're not good looking. You're not ugly. You just got a phenomenal
Dude,
face.
the funny thing is, Brad, that's exactly what I look like because I'm outside with my shirt off on the
I
bench
don't know.
where I took that picture. So it's like it's so fitting for spaces.
Your
And I just
glasses, the
picked it
sunglasses to
casually.
me still look like you got googly eyes. You know the ones
Googly
with
eyes. I got
rings?
googly eyes.
Sunglasses look like to
No,
me.
I appreciate that, dude. I had looked through my favorites and I hadn't taken a lot of pictures because
It, but it
I
is
had a
phenomenal.
I don't know if you know
For
this, Brad.
sure.
I had a thing going on with my face for the last year or two. I had a jaw infection, and it spread to my
Oh,
entire jaw, and it was like, coming out through my face. So I had like big like scars on my face,
oh,
and it was like under my eyes. It was really bad, and so I was
oh,
like super self conscious, and that was like also what helped me like made me like hide and not do videos for the last like year or two. But because of that, like
oh! I
the
did.
animation got so much better and all that stuff. What's that?
We're having an Oprah moment. I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, yeah, and then now it's all better. Like my face healed up. There's only like a tiny little scar, but it's healing.
Okay.
Because I got a bunch of dental surgery and I got it all fixed. But like, it's
Wow.
just like, yeah, that's why I spend so much time in the sun too, because I'm just like constantly healing. And so it's great being like out here. And I picked that picture randomly because it was the only one I had, and the glasses were covering the part that I was self-conscious about. So I was like, all right, cool. And so I posted that one, and I was like, knowing subconsciously, like whatever I make my PFP, because of the way Spaces is
Yeah.
going to be like how people know me. Like Patch just changed hers, and she was like, "Don't forget about me because I changed my PFP." Because like it's like that. Like if I change this PFP, I will be a new human.
Changes. So many changes. Should I go through a change then? I guess I'm gonna go through a change. I'll go through a change.
I also don't like that my name doesn't fit all the way on my on my thing. So should I put a space between the T and the I and just have it say Christ? Because it says Christy right now, and it's just like call me Christy. Christy dot dot dot.
You could, I
And yours
suppose,
is just BR, and Sovereign's just the so.
because
And just so
yeah.
you know, on my screen it says Cristiano space C dot dot dot.
Really?
I swear, I'll take a
On your
screenshot and tweet
phone?
you right now. Yeah.
All right. Wow.
Yeah, I have Cristiano space dot dot dot.
Why are mine so gigantic? Is my settings for like old people? They're like,
Oh no,
hey.
my phone's dying. I'll be right back.
Okay. They're like, hey, you were born in 1987, you old fuck. They're like, hey, you're old. Here, let me just make this gigantic. I can go into my settings, I guess, and change like the settings. I don't know how to do that. I'm not gonna do that on the stream. I'm gonna rug everyone. Carpeted.
Yeah.
So while he's getting ready, Matthew, what's up? Why don't you tell us a little bit about what's going on with you? By the way, I am gonna be able to call you guys later on tonight. So.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, what's up, Tiana? What's up, Brad? How y'all doing? Just kind of popped on. Wanted to say what's up. Wishing y'all a good Tuesday. It's always fun hopping into spaces with y'all.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Thanks, man. I can't wait to,
Always good.
see what happens with our creations and the
Matthew, have you
collaboration.
met Sovereign?
Yeah, Matt and
I
Sovereign.
actually
Actually,
don't know if I
that's a good
have.
connection. That would be a really good
Bro.
collection.
Yes, no, that's what I'm saying. This is like a summit of metaverse builders right here. So for those of you who don't know, Brad's a metaverse builder in OVR. I'm Web3's Walt Disney, so I'm planning many theme parks, and I'm just trying to find like the right people that can help me build a theme park. Sovereign is a VR gallery builder and everything like that, and she has other awesome builders. And Matthew is one of the most insane like 3D architectural artists I've ever seen. Like he built like a full-on like skyscraper, and then he was like, "You want to go inside?" And he just like
Actual
zoomed
facts.
inside, and there's like all the floors, and they're all like fully done like nightclub inside. And I'm like, bro, this is insanity. So why don't you guys meet a little bit?
Oh
Yeah.
man, you hyped me up so much. But yeah, I mean, I was like, I don't even want to speak after that. I feel like, I'm just like, dang, that's all she wrote, folks.
I'm too good of
Just
a
type
hype
it
man.
up.
Like,
Yeah.
anyway,
Come on
good night,
down. You're
everyone.
the next contestant on
Good night, everyone.
Meet Someone Else Who's Special Just Like You.
That's a wrap. See y'all next week. But
That's
no, yeah.
it. Don't forget to get your pet
This
spayed and
show
neutered.
should be called "You Are Special,"
Yeah.
and then it's
Oh,
about our guests, and then it's like also about you and me, Brad, because we're special.
Yeah, that's what my mom keeps telling me, man.
I know. My mom told me I'm special.
Okay. Why do you keep bringing that up? I
Your
think like
mom, your mom told me.
setting me
Your
up for
mom told me that I'm
embarrassment or
special.
something.
You're only special when you're in spatial.
Oh,
Um.
Jesus.
So
that
yeah,
should be on
Matthew.
the shirt.
I know. I'm only special in spatial.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well, Sovereign, now that I heard your whole, how much you love comedy and, it's all about the joke and whatnot, I heard Spatial is actually creating a new virtual reality space for me. It's going to be called Facials.
It's got the facial spatial.
The Facial Spatial.
You actually can do facials in spatial now because you can just put your face up and then it just shows your face on the character, and it's really
You know what? I'll get
terrifying.
I'll
And it
get my
never
knee
looks good.
pads ready.
Yes,
Oh,
get your knee pads
snap.
ready for spatial. They
Oh,
need
my
to let us
God.
be able to crouch, and I know why they
Oh,
don't let us
dear
crouch.
Lord.
You know, the thing about spatial
Oh,
is, the spatial avatars only got legs like a month ago. They didn't
dude.
have legs. They were
Dude.
just floating upper torsos. And if
Dude.
any of you were on spatial before, like a month ago, it was just floating upper torsos. Then they did a whole like animation and like a whole promo for like these like avatars showing up with legs, and then the people with no legs are like looking it down, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And they spin up, and then suddenly they have legs, and like a big like a Cinderella moment happens where like sparkles happen around them, and then suddenly they have legs. So it was like really cute, like the things like that where I'm like, they don't have to be doing that, and they're already making music videos in spatial. So like, as far as I'm concerned, like that's spatial or Muse Place, because I really like the Muse Place as a joystick, but like I want to start shooting music videos in
Joystick.
spatial. Yeah, I mean you need to be able to move, but I want to start shooting music videos in spatial like as of tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like I'm
You
fully
missed a
sold on
series of jokes, my
all your
friend.
guys' spaces.
You missed a series of
I'm
jokes.
sure I did. Oh,
Yeah.
joystick for the facial. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, no, but you missed what Sovereign said too.
But it's Sovereign.
I don't want to say it.
That I was gonna get my knee pads ready
Oh no, I
for
got that
facials.
joke. I was yes
Oh,
ending that joke.
Oh, I thought you missed it.
But
Look,
like, so yes, we could also, Brad, we can also shoot probably pornography, but I don't think you can make the players, But I'm just thinking of like a whole bunch of series and shows that are set in these environments that we build and set in these spatial environments, and then it's like, why wouldn't you want to come visit the show? Because it's like or visit like the set of the show. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh my God, they're filming right now, and you can like be an extra, and I'll boot you if you don't like stand in your place. You know what I'm saying?
AOA.
AOA. Like
AOA.
organize some actual like shoots and like just start shooting in the metaverse. Let's go.
Shooting what?
Like shows, music videos. You know,
Oh, you missed that one, bud.
what did I miss? Where am I?
Welcome to Brad
Who am
Ludwig's
I?
Expert Advice Show all by himself. Woo!
with his co-host,
With
nobody.
his co-host Cristiano.
Absolutely no one. You guys know me from all those memes where it says no one and then absolutely no one. I'm absolutely no one. And then
Oh
it says the
man.
meme. Why did
The-
everyone start doing that? It was like this thing that people just, instead of just posting a meme, they would just go no one :space and then would just post the meme. Like it made no sense. It's like why? Why? Was it just like the next generation's way of being like I made this? Like I added the no one :space, so it's my meme now.
yeah.
That sort of thing.
Yeah. You know what? You're right. I agree. I
I'm just
sorry.
saying.
I'm gonna sidebar us. I'm gonna sidebar us. I just
Okay.
had a thought in regards to the music stuff here going on. I'm having some problems with a lot of the rapper names and things like that. I was wondering if we could get a panel of the wackest, and I'm gonna deem them wackest, and get them all in here to talk about the rapper names that they pick and why.
Like we're gonna do a special episode, like a special Maury intervention episode. Like
Something
help,
like that. But
help!
there's
I
like
have a
these,
terrible rapper name.
yeah.
I love this. I love the idea of doing like once a week episodes, where we do like a special episode where it's like, help! You know, my boyfriend's addicted to
But
crypto.
that's like a whole panel of people who need expert advice. So,
Yeah,
for example, I met a rapper on here. His rapper name was Less, and it was LE double dollar signs. Less.
like less money.
Less everything. What the fuck?
Like he's looking for less money. Yo, it's your boy,
Yeah.
less money. I be
He's.
spending that shit so hard. It be like he's going out of style up in here. Hey, yo, my
It's
pockets
like,
got holes,
oh,
and
come
I ain't
on.
got hoes because my pockets got holes.
Bars.
Holy shit.
Bars.
Oh fuck! You just did his entire album because
That's his
there's
whole
only
album.
one song on it.
It's your
But he
boy,
deemed
less
it an
money. I
album
couldn't
because there's
afford another
less
track.
songs on it.
I could only afford one track. I could only afford half
But
his
it's an
and
album.
then it just cuts
It's not
off.
a single. It's an
He
album
goes,
just with
it's
one
your boy,
track
less
on it.
money. I'm paying for the studio time by the minute, so I can only afford the intro. And then it just cuts off, and that's the whole album. The whole album is just 5 seconds of the intro, and then that's all he could afford.
But I want to get some big names on too, like Nickelback. Really?
Nickelback.
Nickelback. And 50 Cent. I want to know that one too. What the
I want
fuck?
all my nickels back from them.
Yeah.
So wait, Matthew, I actually want Matthew and Sovereign to actually meet. So,
Okay. Well,
what
they
did you
did.
tell? Yeah, you guys kind of met. Hello, wave. Hello, say
Yeah.
hello. It's just like
Yeah.
bringing kids on a play date. It's like fucking, you guys both like blocks. Go play with the blocks. Go build the thing. You both like Legos. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Stop and sniff each other for a second.
Oh, jeez.
Kids do that, right? That's not just dogs. Kids stop and sniff each other, right?
Yeah, you don't have kids, right?
No,
Yeah, okay.
I have fuzzy children in a career.
Hmm.
That's what I have instead. Those are my children. My career and my fuzzy children.
And one of those things
And my girlfriend,
is
she's like stuck
working
at
for
she's
you.
like stuck at 15 mentally, so she's like sometimes it takes, it takes some parenting. I gotta do
It
some
takes
parenting.
two to make a thing go right.
Ah, ah, ah,
It takes two to make it go out of sight.
ah.
Something like that.
Something like
Well,
that.
yeah.
But yeah, so like honestly, I want to put together maybe like a once a week call or like a summit with all these metaverse builders because I feel like we could build something awesome. And like I'm gonna start getting. I already into sculpting, but I I use Nomad Sculpt, but now I have ZBrush. So I'm gonna like dive in there, and I'm just thinking like even in OVR anywhere, like I'll build it in my my desktop, and then I'll port it over. But like I want to do like some Tim Burton shit. You know what I mean?
Little
Like
baby.
I haven't seen anything like that where like the trees are sculpted and they're like loomy. You know what I mean? Like Nightmare Before Christmas. You know, like the
Ooh,
world where Jack Skellington's like walking through. I've always wanted to actually build that, and I
that'd be
think that would
cool.
be so cool. Yeah, like those hills and like the spirally hills, so cool. And the trippy because that's what in all my notebooks growing up, like that's what my sketches look like. I don't know why that's what my world looks like in my head. It's like other people think it's dark, and I'm like, it's not
Because
really.
you're
But
full of Play-Doh up there.
yeah, I got a bunch of Play-Doh on my brain.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I ate enough and put enough on my nose as a kid, so it probably got
Yeah,
stuck
I
up there.
wouldn't brag about that. I
You know,
wouldn't brag
Play-Doh
about
on my brain. That's what made me a sculptor.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, even just sculpting, like I sculpt in clay. I sculpt my characters in clay. So even like doing sculpting in clay and then using the new iPhone to like LiDAR scan it and 3D scan it and bringing that in to the 3D environments would be really cool. But yeah, even that, like, Sovereign, I'm thinking, like, you just got me thinking, like, I've always wanted to be a sculpture artist, right? But I've never had the tools or the space to build, right? The things I want to build, because I want to build massive in scale. And then I was in your space, and I threw that massive dog up, and I was just like, this is so glorious, being able to walk under it instantly. And I was just like, this is how I want to build, you know? So if you need any sculpture artists, I don't know if there's a lot of VR sculpture artists going on yet, but like, I would love to be one of the first in your galleries and just do some crazy sculpture right up front when they walk in, you know?
Dude, for sure. If you have something already, like something 3D, a 3D object that you think would like, go with the spaces. You've already seen the space, so I'm sure
Yeah.
you
I
can think
could
of
design a
something.
dope ass tree for the front if you want like a crazy, like trippy looking cool tree, and then like put flowers
Yeah,
underneath
like
it.
a tree of life kind of shit, kind of
That could be
like
dope. Yeah.
Avatar, crazy colors,
I could
neon and
build an
shit.
Awa. That'd be cool.
That'd
Yeah,
be
I was
dope.
thinking like the pink to match your color inside, and like same kind of color scheme. But like
Okay,
I'll just
listen,
build it
you
all
weren't
first.
supposed to be talking about that in front of everybody.
I don't know.
My
I've
my
never.
the
I don't
pink
even know. I've never
my
even seen
pink
the color
color
pink.
inside. Really?
Oh snap, Sovereign. That's why I love you. I
Oh,
appreciate you so
son,
much.
your NDA says
She's
knife,
like, you're
dumbass.
not supposed to talk about my pink insides. She said. I know. Did you miss that joke, Brad?
No.
Sovereign's like subtle with the comedy, and then it's like cutting. I love it.
Yeah, no.
You get that dry wit.
We're the
You
same.
get that dry wit. You guys are the same. It's great dry wit.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Matthew, like, same with you. If you need like beautiful sculpture of Atlas or something in the middle of that atrium, like I see these atriums and I'm like right there. So it's kind of really fun, and it's like you're not going to swap out my awesome sculpture that people really love, and they see it as like a centerpiece of the place. Like you're not going to swap it out with another sculpture later. You know what I mean? It's kind of like as a sculpture artist, like if now might be my moment to actually like maybe I'm not in plazas in the real world, but like I could get in at the ground floor at all the metaverses, and then it's like, yeah, my thing's been there since they opened. Not a bad idea. Because if I have a reason to, like, I'll sculpt. You know what I mean? Like, if an artist has a commission, he'll paint, right? If a sculptor
Absolutely.
has a commission, he'll sculpt. Like, Leonardo da Vinci was not sculpting before he actually got commissions, right, from the Vatican and from the Medici. That was the whole thing. Because you know how expensive it was to get a brick of marble? It's nearly impossible. There's no way he was poor. So, like, to get a brick of marble, like, that was, like, a lot of people. That was, like, 50 people had to be involved with getting that marble from, like, thousands of miles away, from a long, far ways away to you. Or not even thousands, but even, like, in Italy, they mined it from, like, a quarry, like, 30, 40 miles out of the city, like, his
Whoa.
limestone.
Whoa.
Because there was no limestone in, like, Rome. So they had to go, like, out to a limestone quarry and then bring that shit on trucks to him just so he could, like, sculpt it. So he didn't really have a chance to make a mistake. And that's why he like said I don't know if you guys know this. I'm just a big fan of his. He said that, or this is Michelangelo. He said that you basically you sculpt away everything that's not. Like they were like, how did you make the David, right? And he was like, I just sculpted away everything that wasn't the David, and just left what was remaining. So he just like didn't see it as, you know what I mean? Like he just chiseled away, and he was just like, that's not the David, that's not the David, and it was just done eventually. So it's an interesting way of thinking about it, and like I don't know, like I model the other way, but I might even start doing it that way and just starting with like a brick of clay and sculpting in, and see like how that changes the process too. Like looking at it from a different way. That's my rant on sculpting. So I thought you 3D builders would dig that.
No,
I
I was just
guess.
gonna say like I think the beauty about it like nowadays is there's so much software and like free tools out there that you can start learning from if you really want to like get hands on with it. So it's just like keep making mistakes, keep learning from it. That's the cool part about like working in 3D when you want to make something. And like, I don't know how many times like, I'll be working on a project and like, I'll hit up my friends or my family like, hey, does this head look right? Does this look awkward? Is the proportions, I'm gonna start it all over. This is definitely not the David,
Yeah,
but
that's
like,
not the David.
yeah, like absolutely. Anybody who's like working in the metaverse, I think like it's cool to see how much you can connect projects. So like if you guys are working on something and like you see something that, I could contribute to that or vice versa, just let me know. And
Oh,
so,
most definitely. And if you see any models, like I was trying to explain to Brad last night, but we ran out of time. It was getting late, and we were both getting tired. But like the amount of 3D materials and 3D models that have been created that are for sale and for free online, I was like, there's no reason we should ever talk about creating any models. We don't need to. Everything's been built. There is a supply and demand issue. Like there's 10 times the supply of 3D models than there is demand, right? almost as though they were preparing for something, right? So that's what's cool. That's why I love the Walt Disney model. Like Walt Disney was like, what can we use that's already been made, right? So it's like that type of stuff, like taking all those models and you buy it for $25 and you own it and you can go nuts with it, right? So it's like those people want that, right? They wanted you to do something. That's why they made it and put it up for sale. They want you to buy it and do something with it, right? So like it's not like you're stealing. It's not like it's copyright infringement. It's like that is the purpose of those assets, and people aren't getting that. Like something like Kit Bash, for example, like made it so that a ton of people could be 3D artists. Like Beeple uses that. Beeple doesn't create most of his art. Like he modifies things, but like the actual models, he's using a stock kit. That's why they all look uniform. And you've seen other people who can do Beeple-like stuff, right? So that's what people don't get is like it's just his marketing and his connections with the people with Christie's and Sotheby's is what made Beeple such a massive artist, not necessarily the art he does, right? Because it's not necessarily that novel. Anyone could do it. Go to Kit Bash and then just start messing with the deformer and make these things, you know, like you just add physics to a model and now suddenly it pours out like liquid, right?
Agreed.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna take away from people just because like
No,
didn't
no.
he do like a collection like it was like every days, right? For like how many years?
That's what I'm saying. So the way
that was the part that was cool to me.
That's how he was able to do the everydays. You see what I mean? So he made his creativity. No, dude, I'm a viner. I understand. It's like we're constantly ripping off or copying or mashing up people's stuff. And so what he did was brilliant because he limited himself to like, all right, I'm going to take these things that I already have the model. Like he wasn't modeling all that stuff every day. You know what I mean? And he wasn't saying he was. But there are people who don't know about this process that are like, oh my God, he created this from scratch every day. And it's like not necessarily true, right? But he wasn't like falsely representing himself. The creativity in like taking any of Kit Bash models and mashing them together and deforming them and doing interesting, amazing things that what he did is brilliant. And he's the modern day comic strip. That's why he blew the hell up.
You know what? You know what those other people also did?
Because he's doing that every day instead of talking to Brad on the stream.
Yeah,
or on a show.
factual facts. But you know what those people also did?
What? Towers did not fall by themselves. What?
It takes two.
Could you bring that back on real quick? I have to finish something.
Okay.
Jet fuel does not melt steel beams, ladies and gentlemen. George Bush did 9/11. Get out. World Trade Center Building 7 fell down on its own? Yeah, right. What? There we go. Okay, we're good. Thank you for resetting the energy, bro, and letting me get some stuff out that I had to say about episode 11 and 9/11. So, what? Yeah. So for those of you who are Canadian and don't know, 9/11 was a thing that happened in America.
What?
It was a very, very bad thing. Yes. So, and some of us never forget about it, and we bring it up all the time, and that's my way of never forgetting. So this is how I cope, and I'm sorry, but I make jokes about the things that are upsetting to me. So just bear with me, people. So
I'm gonna start making fun of you then.
Oh, because I'm upsetting to you?
A little bit.
Is that what you're insinuating?
Canadians under the bus. What the hell?
Me? I build Canadians up. I put Canadians on a pedestal. I would say I would move. There was just some things that I would say I would move to Canada, but like I'm such an American that like if I could have dual citizenship, I'd do it in a second. Yeah. But I would never renounce my American citizenship for anything.
A dual citizenship?
Yeah.
Well, that's the greatest thing. Like no one ever wants to leave, no matter how much they talk shit about it.
Yeah.
Would you say that it takes two for a dual citizenship?
It takes two to make it. Is this our theme song? Is this our new theme song? That should be how we start the show instead of that.
I don't know. I like that one though. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. You know what? It's not a bad idea.
Or how about after I finish that song, because you're usually late, that when you come in, that's your song that you come in with.
Oh,
it takes two to make a thing. Yeah, that's your intro music.
Okay, cool.
Because it takes two to make a thing go right. Because the show's usually floundering before you show up. I'm usually just like, so let's just see when Brad's going to get here. And then you come in and it's like, it takes two to make a thing go. And then the energy gets picked up.
I am not fashionably late for our own show.
I mean, it's just naturally. It's like the way the delay is. You know, it's like the 20-second delay.
Yeah.
You know.
But is that fashionably late in spaces, 20 seconds? Is this like, what, a day?
A day? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but like when I tweet, I get notifications of my own tweets on my Stay Tuned account like 6 hours after. So when I tweeted like live now, you guys are going to get a notification like 6 hours from now. It's like, Christiano's live. And you're like, what? And you're going to go see, and it's the show you just watched. You just listened to.
Yeah.
So that's not how things should work, Twitter. Oops.
Seriously.
Fucking oops, guys.
Yes.
How about we fix things? I know you're listening to my streams. I know you're grooming me. How about, not in that bad way, get your mind out of the gutters, you guys. They're grooming me for a top spot with all the brand sponsors, so we're going to have to clean up this language eventually, Bradley.
Seriously.
We really will. We really, really will. I mean, you guys will see how fast I become, like, not a naughty host. But then at nighttime, it's like, there's got to be there needs to be some kind of parental control.
It's degen hours. That's just it.
Because even today, like, people, like, had their, their kids on the phone, and I was just like, I can't curse. I can't be as dirty as I want to be. So, like, no kids on Twitter? I don't know. What do we do? Just fuck it? I mean, I was cursing up a storm when I was 13, so that's when I did my most cursing.
No, not me.
In
That's
my life.
when we were chased around the house with a wooden spoon. We
Oh,
were
no,
never hit
outside
with
of the
it.
house. Outside of the house.
Oh, outside of the house?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Cursing up a storm, right? That's when you, like, kind of, like, learn how to curse.
However, I remember the first time my dad coming to pick us up at the park, and I was swearing up a storm, like swearing like a trooper, and I turn around and boom, there he is, and I'm just like, and
Oh my God! Did he tan your hide, bro?
Oh my, no! He just looked at me and he said, "Don't let your mother ever hear you say stuff like that." Oh, thank God!
You're both scared of your mom.
Oh yeah.
How much of the negative racial discourse on Twitter and Instagram do you guys think is actually 13-year-olds who are just like in that phase where they're 13 and they're saying like, you know what I mean? Like they're saying racist
most
things.
Most of the trolls that come in swearing like absolutely, like, it doesn't even make sense. Half the stuff they're swearing, it's just like fuckity fuck.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like if it was properly like if it was properly reported that all the racist people, like not all the racists, but like maybe like 80% of the racist chatter on Twitter was like 13-year-olds, like CNN and like Fox News wouldn't be reporting that there's like that kind of issue. They'd be like, well, we have to get these 13-year-olds on Twitter.
Blame the parents. Gotta blame the parents.
No, it's technology, bro. Why are there 13-year-olds on Twitter? Why can't we do age verification? It's insanity.
Yeah, but you don't.
It's like make them answer a question.
Who puts their real birthday in?
Bro, like trivia questions about like the fucking 80s and 90s. Simple enough.
Oh yeah.
Just be like, all right, like name the 6 characters on Friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that kind of shit.
Oh, how do you use a rotary phone?
Yeah, like what is a rotary phone? It's like
things you can't.
Is it a sex
toy? How do you use a
toy?
rotary phone?
Yeah, stuff like that. Just like basic, like I'm not a robot stuff. Where we don't have to like give our ID.
How the fuck is a rotary phone? Explain if I'm like 20 or 30. That shit's like I remember my grandma having one, and I remember like playing with it as a child, but like I'm just saying. I feel like there's a lot of middle-aged people that don't know how to use them. What about
if the question was this? What did you do before the internet? What did you do before the internet? And all of us have the same answer, but they wouldn't know what the answer is. They'd be like, what did they do?
Sears catalog.
What did we do before the internet?
We play outside.
Damn, boom.
We talked.
90% of us would type go outside or play outside or just something outside and just let them in Twitter.
Okay.
And then like everyone else, they'd be like, I don't know, like telegraph, fucking Morse code.
Can I change my answer because I went straight to Sears catalog before the internet?
Yeah, I know what Brad uses the internet for now.
I remember like 56K dial-up and doing what you're talking about and just watching like line by line the pixels fall into the.
I think that's why I'm into boobs. I think that's why I'm into boobs because I couldn't wait for the rest of the body to load. Or you could just go.
And then, what is that? What sound is that?
Yeah, exactly. What is this sound? It's like, is it A, aliens? Yeah.
Yeah. Is it B, dial-up?
Dial-up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like, what's dial-up? They're like, that can't be that. That's not a thing.
Commodore 64.
Commodore 64.
What kind of disc did it take? Something like that.
What kind of chip does it have in there? A Dorito?
Yes. A Dorito chip. And the answer is a Dorito.
Dorito.
King Spats, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I think that's subconsciously why I'm more into, girls' upper halves than lower halves, because, like, I would be waiting for it to load, and, like half the nipple would load, and I'd be like, this is enough. I gotta go.
That's enough for me.
Parents are coming. Yeah, I never saw a bottom half. I didn't see a bottom half for, like, many years later until
that's hilarious.
It got better. Yeah.
That's so good.
I didn't know what girls had down there. I knew about boobies, and that was it. I just thought they had a white screen down there. It was just that it. That's it. Just a white page.
So girls were mannequins to you, basically.
The top half of mannequins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, some of us had to get out of there before our parents found us using the dial-up for bad things. Someone would jump on the phone. and they'd like pick it up and it would just stop and it'd be right before the boobs loaded and you'd be like, no! But you can't tell them why you're mad at them. So you want to go yell at them, but like you can't explain what they just did to you.
Yeah.
And that like you have blue balls and like the whole situation that's going on now because like they picked up a phone. Like you could pick up a phone in the 80s and 90s and give your kid blue balls. Isn't that crazy? That you had that kind of control? All the teen boys in the house suddenly just got blue balls at the same time.
Oh man.
Because you picked up the phone just to make a call. Like that was bad technology. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. We always find a way to cobble things together at first and then we fix it, right? Like maybe we shouldn't have the phone line and the jerk off line on the same thing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a problem. Maybe we shouldn't, if you want to make a phone call and someone in the house wants to masturbate, which is probably often, knowing teenagers, you know, that's a conflict of interest.
You remember life with before call waiting, before caller ID?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that
You had to just decide who was more
Star
important.
69, remember Star
had to
69,
just-
Star 67?
You had to decide if you were going to abandon this person. I mean, that's where we're at with spaces right now because you can't preview a space while you're listening to another space. So you have to, like, if you want to even, like, check on the other person, you have to be like, goodbye to the other person. Just hang up on them. Like, someone's on the other line and they might be more important than you. And I'm going to take that bet. I'm going to bet that I want to talk to them more than I'm currently enjoying talking to you. So I'm just going to go.
Yeah, you know what? It's true because I'm like, I don't want to lose my mic in this space, but I want to see if another space is better.
Yeah, we're there. So that lets us know where we are. We're like before call waiting.
Yeah.
On this show right now.
Yeah, we should get like dual mics.
We're
should
early,
get our own.
We're
mics.
early guys. We're early guys. Make content. We're early.
They should give
also, I want to give
a
my
mic,
daily.
and the
I want to
host
give
will
my
have
daily.
the
My daily.
mic.
Brad, could you go to the closet and reach out and get my soapbox, please?
Say what now?
My soapbox. Could you grab my soapbox? It's in the closet. If you could just grab my soapbox and bring it up here for me.
Okay.
Thank you. Brad's gonna get my soapbox for me so I can get on it real quick.
I think you're going to have to make the questions a little bit harder.
Brad, come on, take forever. Yes. Wait, Brad, take forever. I need to get on the soapbox. Brad, with the soapbox, can you come on?
Okay.
Thank you. Put it down. There. Okay. I'm just going to get up on this. All right. Now that up my soapbox. I'm going to be the first to tell you I've been making content since 2010, so you can trust me. Do not make content. If Gary Vee or anyone else tells you to make content, they are lying to you. They are wrong. Do not make content. We have too much content. I can't watch all the content. You can't watch all the content. We don't need any more fucking content. You know what you should be doing instead of content? Work on your business plan. Work on your business plan and then make something people want. Throw out your business plan and figure out something people want and go make that. Do not make content to try to get me to buy your stupid, useless product. Sound good? So if someone tells you to make content, do not trust that person. Run the other way because you don't know how to make content. I would never tell you to make content. I would say if you want me to help you make content, I'll help you make content, sure, because I know how to make content. You don't know how to make content. Maybe you do. Maybe you're a content creator. Maybe you make content, in which case disregard this message and go make a burrito or something. I'm talking to the people who listen to people like Gary Vee tell them to make content. You don't need to make content, okay? You need to be better at engaging with your customers. You need to find out who your audience is and find out what they're talking about and go there and communicate with them. So like get in spaces, you know? This is saving so many people. This is, I guess, quote unquote, technically content, but you know, this isn't really content. This is like a phone call, right? This is engagement. This is engaging with people. So you should go engage with your audience. If you're in like to selling guns, go to the gun shows and talk to all the gun audience and talk to all the gun owners and all the gun buyers. Like that's what people should be doing instead of making content. They should be going to conventions or these spaces instead. So don't make content. That's my soapbox. Now I'll just get off that. Brad, you can put that back in the closet for me. Thank you.
I have a question.
Sure, we'll just get back on my soapbox. Okay, yes. Yes, question, Brad.
Can you help me with content?
I can't help you with content because I am a licensed content professional, Brad.
Okay, just checking. Thanks.
Thank you. You wouldn't fix your own plumbing. Why the fuck would you make your own content? Your content's way more important than your plumbing. Let's just be honest. Like, why would you make your own ads? That's never worked for any company ever. Dollar Shave Club lied to you. They didn't make their own ad. I'm Kanye. Dollar Shave Club lied to you. They didn't make that commercial. Just the guy who takes up an issue with Dollar Shave Club. Nature Box lied to you.
Do you still need the soapbox?
Okay, I'll once I finish my Kanye shit, yeah, I'll get off my Kanye shit and then I'll get off my soapbox. There we go.
Let me know.
You can't be on a soapbox without being on your Kanye shit. So now we're good. Soapbox, closet, Kanye back in the closet.
Okay, I got it.
I ain't in the closet, Sway. How, Sway?
Tell us how you really feel.
Tell us how you really feel, Kanye. Oh, they're coming to me. The feds are coming, guys. They heard me.
You pissed off Gary Vee.
I pissed off Gary Vee. He's sending a helicopter. No, but seriously, like, does anyone agree with that? Like, there's too much content?
Definitely.
Your whole speech was content.
My whole speech was don't make content.
Which was content?
Yeah, but, like, it's only content, like, if you make it into content. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Right now, it's just, like, I'm broadcasting.
All right, fair enough.
That's what I consider.
I'll buy that for $1.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you classify everything as content, but that's just kind of like, do things. That's like, do things. And you're like, well, like, you know, you're doing a thing right now, so it counts. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like, make content is the equivalent of just saying do stuff. It's like, what should I do to help my business? Well, here's the thing, man. What you should do? You should be doing stuff. You know, you should just do stuff. You know, do stuff for your business. If you want to do stuff, you know, if you want your business to pop up, just do stuff. Just do stuff. You know, there's no reason why you shouldn't be doing stuff, and I should know about you doing stuff. Just do stuff. And it's like, well, what kind of stuff? That's not for me to figure out, man. That's, you know, your business. You know your business. Figure out what stuff you got to do, and just do that stuff. You know, all right. Now, like, just give me more money. Thank you for buying my fucking doodles. My doodle NFTs that I drew with my left foot. I should draw some NFTs with my left foot, and like, because I'm a right-handed person too. So with my left foot and see how good they are, and they'll probably be better than a lot of.
You just shoot the video from a mirror perspective. No.
You gotta live in a mirror, man.
Yeah.
You should be breaking mirrors, man, because there should be no such thing as bad luck for you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
His voice, I actually can't make my voice as high as someone that was doing the impression of him is so good.
Well,
I can't make my voice.
I'm still going through puberty. Don't make fun of me.
I can't make my voice that high, man.
Yeah.
Just sounds like Joe Rogan, man. It sounds like Tim Dillon's impression of Joe Rogan. Yeah, man. Yeah, make content, man.
Craziness, bombastic, true it.
Yeah, man. It's Joe Rogan, man. You know, that's not good for you, man. You gotta take mushrooms, man.
You be causing trouble like
Barney
Rubble boy.
You should be taking mushrooms, man.
Mushrooms? They'll put hair on your chest.
That's every episode of the Joe Rogan podcast. All 1,837 of them.
And none of that was financial advice, people, not financial advice.
This is psilocybin advice, man. You should be taking mushrooms, man. What's that, Marie? Marie.
Hello, everybody. I'm on Twitter, so I wrote a song, and this is my Twitter song. Twitter is a lot like crystal meth, because it's really fun to do, and Oprah's on it.
Turn it up. You're always allowed to play Bo Burnham in this space, Marie. You have a constant invitation to blast Bo Burnham anytime. You can blow the doors off with Bo. That's called a Bo blow.
I'm starting.
Also known as a Bo job. It's a drive-by Bo job.
I'm starting to feel a lot of people are stealing my material here.
Playing music is not a material, Brad.
Yes, but the way in which it is played.
That's my thing. Like, I go into a space and I get a song that's crazy based on that's my thing. Don't steal my thing. You don't get everyone's fun. I
love this so much. You don't have a copyright on coming in and being obnoxious, Brad.
Yes, I do, actually.
You got a patent that shit, and you didn't.
I have a patent on being obnoxious.
You have a patent on being obnoxious.
Yeah, but it's boring because it's always the same songs. See, I always come in with a song based on what you're talking about.
Snap. And she's the funniest female to be doing it, so what's up? You got to play in different weight classes, too, Brad.
Right. I'm bringing you another song. Hold it.
Like you could be Michael Jordan, but she's Michael Jordan of the WNBA.
I think I almost feel like I just got raped. You know what I mean? Like I just got.
Well, you definitely got your stuff stolen. You got your whole act taken.
Yeah,
that's why you got to be constantly evolving your acts, bro. Because there are 10 people out there.
I'm calling foul. I'm calling foul.
Brad, I literally have had all my content stolen and repurposed and like added, and people
I made this. I would be going ape shit.
But you have to constantly be changing your act and constantly be evolving and constantly be coming up with new things. That's why I watch so much and I listen to so much and read so much. Because you got to be constantly like coming up with new material. Yeah, like Jerry Seinfeld writes every single day, bro, and he has X's on his calendar, and he has like 10 years of calendars with just X's on every day.
I breathe every day.
You got to be like writing jokes like you breathe.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but who's inviting Marie to their spaces to come and fuck it up.
No one. That's the whole point of the troll. No one invites you. No one expects
Everyone
this kind of.
invites me. That's
Yeah.
just it.
You're like an invited troll. You're an invited house
Marie, I
guest. You're
loved
just like,
your
you might break some
songs.
stuff.
Don't listen to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't listen to me.
Don't listen to Brad. That's what this show should be called. Don't listen to Brad.
And shut the fuck up and listen.
Changing the name. No, shut the fuck up and don't listen to Brad.
I'm okay with that.
Right?
I'm okay with that.
It should just be called Don't Listen to Brad. It should be called Shut the Fuck Up, Brad.
Yeah.
If we're really,
Okay.
realistically, if we're really being real about being real.
I feel the love. I do.
But I honestly, like, does anyone else here want to shoot some, like, music videos or shows in the metaverse? Like, because I really, really want to just, like, shoot. I don't know if anyone here has seen Red versus Blue or anything that's, like, what's called machinima.
I saw Blue versus Red.
Jokester.
No.
Anything called machinima. Like, machinima is when you shoot inside of a video game. So you use, like, the video game characters and you, like, voice them over. So I don't know if anyone's seen anything that style, but I was thinking, like, that kind of style. And
What are
on
we
Spatial,
shooting?
music videos or shows, and, like, on Spatial, when you talk, it actually makes your character gesture and, like, move their mouth and, like, move their head and, like, gesticulate and talk. So it's like, that's why it looked like you were masturbating when you were, like, talking. Every time you talked, your hand went out.
No, I was rapid firing on the screen.
Oh, gotcha, yeah. You were selecting things, yeah.
I wasn't
so
talking.
when you move things, your hand goes out as well, like that.
Yeah, please don't follow Brad in the metaverse.
Well, like, I think it would be really fun and funny because you can make a lot of different characters. You can make custom avatars, you know, and Ready Player Me, I can make a bunch. And then, like, we can have actors and cast a show like that. And then we can even, like, possibly sell those, you know, characters as NFTs or something like that, you know, or whatever. But, like, make a show like that.
For the record, I was asked to come. I was invited to come. Not, hey, follow me, and then watch this. That's not how that situation happened.
But we all got tortured to watch it. So.
Okay, what if here's the plot? Okay, here's the plot.
She's got jokes.
The show is called Stuck in the Metaverse, right?
Yeah.
And here's the plot. I give some Nigerian dude my seed phrase.
Okay.
No, Indian dude, because they have the technology. Okay. Israeli dude, they have, like, the super technology. Okay, so I give this Israeli dude in Tel Aviv my seed phrase because I'm like stupid, right? Yeah. And then, like, he's like, all right, just 1 second. Now check your MetaMask wallet, and I pull it out, and then it, like, sucks me into the phone, right? And then I get sucked into the metaverse. And now I'm like, and I can go between Spatial and OVR and all the different ones, but, like, the show is these characters who are sucked inside the metaverse, or one character or two characters. But
so this is a fictional movie.
This would be a show that you would watch.
It's nonfiction. It's nonfiction.
It would be filled with inside humor and, like, comedy for people like us who, like, are into Web3 and building.
It's
basically like what we were just doing in Spatial.
This is based off a true story, though.
This is based on what we just did in Spatial. It's the slapstick comedy in Spatial. I mean, I've done a couple shows like this. It's like you film it. I did it with Destiny, and, like, you film it just, like, on your screen. You record your screen.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm in. You zoom in and you can do the camera angles.
Am I the lead?
You should be one of the leads. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because I was the one jerking off in the fucking metaverse.
I mean, it should be like I'm in the metaverse. I got sucked in, and then I'm, like, lost for a while, and then I find you at the end of the episode, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I got in here through porn." Like, they sucked me in, and, like, I was like, I had an orgy, and then I came over here.
Oh shit! Allegedly jerking
in the metaverse.
And my and
so
my
now
avatar.
We say allegedly in the metaverse.
My avatar, not me.
Should the show be called instead of Stuck in the Metaverse? Should the show be called Allegedly
Stuck
in the Metaverse?
Scaffolding. Oh, wait,
should the show be called Allegedly, in the Metaverse? Like, that's the name of the show, like Allegedly in the Metaverse.
Yeah, Sovereign.
We say that a lot.
What are your thoughts on that one?
I think it's brilliant.
Yeah,
film it, and we can film it and everything, and actually do episodes in the metaverse with our avatars.
In all the different metaverses. So we go to, like, the Mushroom Planet, and there's a whole episode there.
Do you think
where it's like we're at Space Burning Man?
Do you think I could actually get stuck up there, like, on purpose next time? You know, and reenact that whole thing?
Yeah, I did it.
I bet you I couldn't.
I did it. I got up there. You got to go up and drop down.
I know, but I accidentally got there.
But I've done 2 shows like this. So I did No Man's Sky. I don't know if anyone knows about that show, that game, but No Man's Sky was like a space simulator, right?
Yeah.
And so I used the No Man's Sky simulator to shoot this show called Bro Man's Sky, and it was just like bro, and he was just like got a spaceship, and he was like, let's fucking go to Space Burning Man, bro. And he was just like doing space mushrooms and getting higher, and he runs from the cops, and it's this whole plot.
Mushrooms.
Yeah. And then I did one called Guardians that was about Guardians was about Destiny, and that one I shot all the pieces, but I never cut it together because it was just like shit happened at the time where I was like, I'm not going to do this. So,
Okay.
but this is an idea like that I've wanted to play with for a long time. So if you guys actually do want to be involved,
Like too long, you'll go blind. Marie, may we help you?
And then King Skies after that.
My really good friend, Pierce Morgan and James Corden and Beyonce, left me a song about your guys' space, and it's called Leave It It's called,
My really good friend.
What's it called?
May I, if I must ask permission?
What's the song called?
Do it.
It's my best friend, Pierce Morgan, James Corden, and
play it.
Beyonce. Called
Go
Leave
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Ooh, it's a lovely song.
Tweet, isn't Twitter neat? Breaking news, funny jokes, sending love to all your folks. You've got it wrong, you silly birds, 'cause everyone on Twitter is a turd.
Yeah, Brad.
280 characters and everyone's a snowflake. Prince Andrew doesn't sweat, that's the very latest hot take.
The death threats from the incels come from all around the globe. Oh look, another writer is a massive transphobe.
You tweet something innocent like, I like weekends. A million people answer back, hey, that tweet offends. It's insensitive to people who have no friends.
I hope you still like weekends when your career ends. This platform is making a shit world shitter. That's it, we are done, we are leaving Twitter. Goodbye to the reply guys, the performativity don't prize, the can't take the joke bros, the rewrite your joke host, the snitch tagging jerks, and the tweet stealing burps, the mouth breathing pussies and the pussy grabbing pussies, the mansplaining dicks, the dick pic sending pics, get your wieners out my DMs, boy, hashtag this.
She said, get your wieners out my DMs.
Your post has been retweeted most. Your hot take is about to win. Don't you want to log back in? Ow! I said that I would leave, but then I came right back.
I love to be a self-promoting hack. I'm just going to quickly call someone a pedo.
And a major spoiler from your favorite TV show. Here's if Twitter gives you an awful world view. We will never, ever, 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 ever with you.
That was awesome. The only thing is, you were also on Twitter, so you call yourself a turd with that one, right?
I'm a turd in Christiano's and Brad's world.
No, not in our world.
Yeah.
You threw yourself in the bus. This is like
My world has been rocked.
This is like Twitter Spaces Anonymous, which I am a huge member. I'm a huge member of Twitter Spaces Anonymous. I'm anonymous, and I go into the Twitter space and I'm like, hi, I'm Brad Music. I am a Twitter space addict. I've been here for 6 months, and I do a whole spiel, and it's funny. Okay, but the problem is the Twitter spaces. I'm anonymous. I'm gonna keep saying it like that because I think it's funny. It's fucking in Twitter. So
There's this guy. There's this guy Cristiano. He ain't from Toronto.
Lord. Yeah, I need a top hat. Somebody get me a top hat. Yeah.
I actually did this thing, and I was like, he's always on Spaces. Can't tell me about Waxwell. It makes me sad. Sometimes I call him B Rad.
Bars. Bars now. Okay.
Bars now.
Okay.
I think it's a missed opportunity that we don't have some kind of like astrological theme, astronomy theme.
You thinking she's all hot shit?
Because it's Spaces, shouldn't it be called?
That's it. I'm coming out.
Dude, I think she's flirting with you, bro.
Idiots from outer spaces.
I think she's flirting with you.
I opened a closet long ago. You don't have to come out.
Oh, okay.
Brad lives in the closet.
Yeah, but not that kind of
If
closet.
you want to get after Brad, you got to go into the closet with him.
Not today. Not today.
Brad and Tom Cruise are locked in the closet together. I was just standing there.
But I'm
Brad
Top
locked
Gun.
himself in the closet. I asked
still
Brad how the
Top
hell was going to get out the closet.
Shut up, man. Okay, King. Oh
Then I
no,
pull out
we
my
lost
gun.
King. King comes up, he's got his hand up, and then all of a sudden, carpeted, boom, he's back down to listening. Some on my beach.
I can show you the
I'm
world.
Cristiano for that music NFT right now.
What's that?
I'm gonna buy Cristiano's music NFT right now.
He doesn't have a music NFT.
Oh, he did. He just did a Michael Jackson Brad. I'm buying it.
He did a Michael Jackson Brad?
She's gonna cut that. She's
2
gonna cut that
Ethereum.
clip.
I'm buying it.
That's okay. You can do. I know touch.
She's gonna clip that and then turn it into an NFT and then sell it out. And then I'm gonna sue her for copyright infringement and take all the money.
And split it with me.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, that's a deal.
So it's basically letting someone do the marketing for you. Disney does this shit all the time. You just let someone, they let them get really big, and then once they're like popping off, then you sue them for all the money.
Right. Yeah.
Homie, don't go for that. You all ever watch that old school show? Homie, don't go for that.
Homie, don't play that.
Homie, don't play that.
I wouldn't do it with you, Marie, but like there was someone who like at the end of one of the streams that wasn't recorded was like, I recorded your stream, and like I ended the stream, and I was like, what? I didn't hear it till like I ended the stream. I was like, did he just say he recorded the stream? Like, and I was like, motherfucker, you don't tell someone after, you gotta tell someone at the head of the thing, so they can be like, no, you don't have my permission to record this. You know what I mean? And also, like, that's my copyright material. You know what I mean?
That's like returning to the scene of the crime afterwards.
That's like telling the story, like, oh, by the way, I didn't pay for any of this, and then running out.
Oh, we got a Trump world.
Yeah, what's up?
Trump world coming up.
Wonder World.
No, Trump world.
Trump Tower.
He's a big supporter. It's called Twonder World. That was his Twitter name, but he was banned. He'll never be silenced. He's gonna make America great again. His name is Trump Wonderland. Let's hear him out.
Oh,
Trump Wonder World is the theme park.
And he
I'm
says
opening.
my Twitter. Is everybody stealing my fucking shit? What the fuck?
You didn't invent Twitter.
I did too.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Lies. You're fake news.
Bitch.
Brad's fake news.
Factual facts.
Yeah, that's mine. Fuck it. That is definitely mine, and it's on a recorded space. And so is Twitter somewhere. Sons of bitches.
I burned all the recordings. It was like Watergate, but it was way cooler.
This is fucked up.
I burned every recording of Brad in existence.
This is 2 days, 3 different people stealing my shit. What the hell, Sparta?
Brad, you gotta go give a call to the copyright office. That's not got nothing to do with us, bro. That's between you and the USPTO or whatever.
Okay, that's it. I'm not being funny anymore. Get your own fucking material. See how that works out. I'm not being funny.
Not being funny anymore.
Nope.
Oh, you were trying to be funny.
Nope.
Oh, that's so sad.
Nope.
That's so sad, Brad.
Nope.
Marie just jumped out. Marie just stage dove off and out of the whole room in general.
Did she?
Well, Brad's on strike, so that's fine. It's time for my one-man show. And in my one-man show, I bring up other people. Oh,
great.
So who has some expert advice that they want to ask before?
Elmo in the space. Okay, let's see. Elmo steal my shit.
Elmo's saying.
I don't think Elmo's not stealing my shit.
What up, Trump?
My hair, finally.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Trump's a woman.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I called that like a couple years ago.
She's a great woman. She runs the Trump Wonder World. She's awesome. We love her. She's huge.
Listen. I've been banned off Twitter like freaking, I don't even know, like 9 or 10 times.
Whoa, sir. Hey, listen, you got to back up from your microphone because you're killing me in here. You're like chewing on it. Or if you're using Bluetooth, lose it. Just talk into the phone because you sound like you're hanging out with Timberland.
The signal doesn't sound too clean.
Oh my God. Yeah,
there you go. That's better. Thank you.
Yeah, much better.
Better?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Um, no, I've been banned off Twitter. I used to have a different name, and I had tons of followers. It was just T Wonderwoman. When it first started, and when I started, I should say in 16, and had thousands and thousands, and then I got banned and banned and
Did they
banned.
even tell you what they banned you for, or was it just like
Oh
practicing
yeah,
stuff?
yeah. No, they show you the tweets that don't even make sense.
So what did
What?
they end up banning you for? What did they say it was?
Oh my god, I don't know. I have 10 of them.
Yeah,
I mean,
just like wrong speech, wrong thought. Like you just like they were just like just general wrong thought.
I mean, I guess I wasn't following their
The narrative.
narrative,
Yeah.
and and so yeah, and so I figured out a way around it. You just keep changing your phone number.
That's
So
dedication right there.
yeah, so you get a new damn account. But I had to start all over all over, and I had all these people following me, and then I couldn't use the same name T Wonderworld, so I put Trump Wonderworld, and that's how I'm here. You're welcome, people.
So now if you put Trump in your name, now you're allowed to make an account.
Pardon.
They reversed the rules, I guess, recently. I don't know.
Well,
I mean,
I don't.
they changed something because like a lot of conservatives that were off the platform that had banned, like suddenly got
Oh,
back
I'm
on.
telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, if this Elon Musk deal
And a lot
doesn't
of
go
non-conservatives too, like just
with Twitter, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out for good.
so you don't like
Like,
Elon?
I'm just here to fight because somebody needs to be here to fight the fight, and I'm one of the fighters. And but I promise you,
They
if
say fighters fight, right?
fighters fight,
Fighters
yeah.
fight.
Yeah, I think fighters fight, right?
I mean,
Like,
it's the new thing that's going around. It's digital soldiers, right? It's like and we do that kind of here in spaces where like one, it's like the idea is a soldier on the battlefield. If someone goes down, you pick up their gun and you like get after it, right? And so like the same thing happens here all the time, where like someone will literally sleeping on spaces hosting, and then like the co-host are just like, we got it. Don't worry, you sleep up. When you wake up, we got this, and you'll still have like a 12-hour stream. I did a 24-hour stream without doing that, but like I could. It's nice to know I didn't know that. So next time, it's nice to know that I could take naps, and there's like other people that'll sub in for me and just keep going. So
yeah,
insane.
Hey, sorry, I gotta do something, and I don't know why I got it. Like I got like this glitch.
What's wrong, Brad?
I just wanted to see if the button still works because we never use it.
You're testing the button. We've never used the
Yeah,
button. I don't think we've ever used the button on the show. This is the first use of this button, but we didn't really use it for anything.
we never use it. I just wanted to make sure it worked.
Because we run a tight ship around here, Brad.
Yeah, see,
We're good about keeping shit on the rails. See,
yeah.
yeah. But
Hey
yeah,
guys, listen, I gotta go. I gotta put my kids to bed. It's actually past his bedtime. But thank you so much.
We thank you for coming
Thank
out,
you
and
so much.
we appreciate your time, and we will definitely keep in touch. And I
And we'll
will
see you
not
tomorrow for
be
Twitter's Got
jerking off in
Talent,
any
right?
scaffolding anytime soon.
Will you be there tomorrow?
Yes, for
My
sure. I'm
avatar.
gonna be there tomorrow, man.
Forgetting my avatar. My avatar.
Yeah, so we'll be there tomorrow for Twitter's Got Talent. You know what we should do?
Yeah.
While we're in there, I mean, like, we can do it on our computers, like if we're all at our desks. But we should all be meeting in Spatial, and we should just have like a panel in Spatial,
Even
and like
me?
film that where like the judges are.
Am I still invited?
Do you know what I'm saying?
You see how he skipped that question?
Yeah, no, you mean do it in spatial?
Sorry, Brad, I
'Cause
missed what you said. Yeah, I was saying do the while we're doing Twitter's Got. Yes, Brad, you're always the co-host. Like while we're doing the Twitter's Got Talent, right? on Spaces have like a spatial going on our computers where we can like that's like where the hosts are hanging out, and then we could even like video that and be like uploading that to promote the show. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
And we could
Well,
have
we
it
can
like
talk
it's
about
not
that.
going
I
to be
know
like
that next week. I know that next week we're definitely gonna be doing that.
that
Um,
could be cool.
you know, because I want to wait
Because
until the
Sovereign, we could
opening.
technically in Spatial right pull up the URL of the Twitter space, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And like
Yep.
have it up on the screen, which would be really cool. And then
Very.
you see everyone's faces and you see the bubbles popping up, or you see like you
Yeah.
see us sitting in there watching the space, which would be really
I'm gonna
awesome.
go make a kick-ass avatar so I don't look like such a yuppie
Thank you.
next to
Finally,
you guys.
Mr. Metaverse over here. Captain Metaverse over here
I
doesn't
should-
even have an avatar. He shows up as like Eminem with pitch black hair, like new Eminem, like lame
from the
Eminem that
Gap.
sucks.
From the Gap.
You showed up as like new Eminem. You didn't even show up as Cool Slim Shady. You had like a white shirt and then regular
No,
jeans,
it was
and then like
grayish.
black,
It was
like
grayish.
like
Grayish
black
shirt.
hair.
But yeah, close enough.
Yeah, you
But
look
yeah,
like lame
no, I
Eminem.
definitely was yuppie,
You
gappy,
look like lame Eminem.
a little lemon M.
Lame
It's more
Eminem.
like lemon M. Lemon M.
Lemon M. Yes, this is a lemon
Yeah,
M.
there we go. There we go.
How do you get worse at rapping? I don't get it, man.
Who,
Sorry.
me?
No, Eminem.
Takes
I don't get how
practice.
someone goes, but he has like Benjamin Button's
Oh.
disease in career. His first album was his best album, and he just went backwards in talent somehow.
Oh, okay.
I think he's getting worse.
He got Benjamin Button disease.
Yeah, of the career.
Of the career.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Bro, the
shit.
Slim Shady LP is one of the greatest rap albums ever made. You know what I mean? And he never topped it. His best album was his first album, and he got progressively worse. His second best album is his second album. His third best album is his third album. You know what his worst album is? Whatever he's putting out now. No, his worst album was Kamikaze. His worst album was Kamikaze. That was bad.
That is funny.
The one with Rap God on it was bomb, though. That actually was really good. Marshall Mathers LP too. That one was really good.
True.
I can't
Hey,
hate.
can you maintain the show for about 5 minutes? I need a fucking cigarette, and then I'm gonna play
Brad,
some
what's
music.
gonna change if I do that? Nothing.
No, absolutely nothing. I just felt the need to say it.
You felt the need to announce that you're not actually trying to be funny now, so in case people
No,
are like,
that
why isn't Brad being funny?
that shit was legit. I just mean like don't ask me to play music in the next 5 minutes. That's all I'm saying.
Gotcha. All right. Well, who wants to freestyle? Brad's gonna play some music for us.
Yep. That's how that goes.
No. What's happening, NS5? What's going on? I do have time to talk to you and Matthew later, but why don't you go up and say hello? And Shanky, you've been here as well for a while. And Donald, if you guys want to say something, ask some questions.
What's
ask
up,
for
guys?
Expert advice, give some expert advice. You know,
just enjoying you guys talk, man. It's a lot of fun.
It's always great having you here, man. And I hope you're down with the idea. Did you hear me talking about shooting metaverse music videos and shows?
Oh yeah, of course.
Did you hear the pitch of the new show?
Yeah, which one?
It's called what are we gonna call it, Brad? Allegedly in the metaverse. I think it should be called Stuck in the Metaverse. Stuck in the Metaverse is the catchier title because also it's like our characters get sucked in like Tron. So it's basically the plot of Tron, but a TV show, and we shoot it in spatial and like OVR and Muse Place and like all the different metaverses. We could shoot some of it in Sandbox, dude. Because if you make your characters, you know, it's like the new Doctor Strange movie. It's like if you jump through metaverses or different multiverses, like you could turn into like goo. You could turn into like cubes, you know, like. So it's like in one of the the virtual worlds, you're going to be like blocks, and it's going to be your same characters, same voices, you know. So
I think you were taking notes when we were talking about that. Did you not write that down?
Brad, like what the clips that Patch got, like that's already a clip. You know what I mean? Like that's already
for the title.
Oh, allegedly.
When we were talking about that, when we were in Discord on the phone.
Yeah.
I thought you wrote that down because that was gold. We'll have to revert to the notes.
Stuck in the metaverse?
In the metaverse. Allegedly in the metaverse.
I think it should be called Stuck. What do you guys think? If you guys like allegedly in the metaverse, applaud. And if you like Stuck in the Metaverse, throw up the peace sign. Allegedly is applause, and Stuck in the Metaverse is peace sign. What do you guys think? I'll wait for everyone to get to their phones. I think a lot of people
listeners on a bit of a delay.
I think the listeners also listen on their computers sometimes too. But I think there is a 20-second delay.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe a half an hour. Oh, we got one clap, two peace signs.
We got allegedly, and then we got
and NS5 fucking Nigel double voter.
I like I think Stuck in the Metaverse is probably catchier. You know,
Stuck in the Metaverse. We should do like a Bill and Ted's Excellent
but maybe
Adventure.
Why
that's
don't
what
you
I'm
say?
thinking,
Why don't
dude.
you say?
The
Why don't you
vibe
say
of it,
trapped in the metaverse?
trapped in the Metaverse, right? Trapped in the Metaverse, Stuck in the Metaverse.
Trapped
Well,
in-
because Stuck in the Metaverse, I thought it
Bill
would
and
like apply
Ted's
to. It would be meta, like it
Excellent
might apply to
Adventure.
like it's got a double meaning. You know what I mean? Because like we're all kind of like stuck in the Metaverse, versus none
Yeah.
of us are really trapped. Like we can leave anytime we want, but we are stuck here, right?
I want to do a Bill and Ted. I want to do a
Bill and
Bill and
Ted.
Ted.
Brad, that's what I was
Excellent
thinking. If it has
Adventure,
a Bill
the
and Ted
spoof
type
thing.
vibe, but instead of going back and forth in time,
Yeah.
you're going back and forth between multiverses.
Yeah. I'm playing piano though. Piano.
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's
because I
fine.
can do his
I'll be the
run.
cute one. I'll be the cute one.
Yeah, yeah. Sure. His career was great.
Hey, you're not actually Keanu Reeves. Okay, you're not actually Keanu Reeves. What's up, Shonky? What's up, Shonky NFT? What's happening? You've been listening for a while. Come up and say hello.
Hey, I'm so sorry. I totally missed the question and I wanted to answer it, but can you do that
Yeah.
again?
So we had an idea
Yeah.
for a show that we're gonna film in spatial and all the different like metaverses, and or virtual worlds. And the idea for the name of the show, should it be called Allegedly in the Metaverse, or should it be called Stuck in the Metaverse?
Definitely stuck in the metaverse.
So we got another Stuck. And Brad, then we can make like stuck porn jokes too. Like stuck porn, like where a window falls down on someone and they're like, "Oh no, I'm stuck and I can't get out." No, just me. Cool, awesome. Thanks, guys. You guys support this community here at Web3. Thanks everybody for just leaving me hanging there. I know you all have
Sorry.
seen stuck porn,
Sorry. I'm
but
sorry.
that is the
I was
funniest joke
actually
ever. I'm
stuck.
proud of you all for leaving
I
me
actually
hanging.
was stuck in DMs. I'm like, fuck.
Brad was stuck.
I was stuck. I'm like, I gotta get
What's
back, and I'm
happening,
in the
Trump
middle of a
World?
sentence. Shit. Oh, we got a hand up. Trump.
You have your hand up. What's up?
What? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You know who career is over?
Trump's?
Whose?
Amber Heard.
Matthew McConaughey. Hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Yeah.
All right,
No
all
way. I
right, all
love
right.
that guy. All right.
Matthew
All right.
McConaughey.
All right.
Nah,
All
he
right.
just
He's
released a
gonna get a
book. He's not
job.
going anywhere.
There's a dude.
It's over. It's
There's a
over.
dude in the night shift. I swear to God, he must be fucking Matthew McConaughey.
He
He
must
sounds
be
I
like
don't
fucking
know.
me.
he drank like a
All
12
right.
pack and did a shit ton of peyote
I
every
got a
fucking
12
time.
pack because I run everywhere. All right,
Yeah,
all right, all
I
right.
love that guy. He's fucking awesome.
I seen him running. Sorry. I saw him run past me in LA one day. He smelled so bad. He was covered in sweat and just like tiny shorts, right? And no shirt on,
Who?
and he had like a t-shirt sleeve around his
Matthew?
head. Yeah, and just like reeked. Like apparently he doesn't shower. He just runs everywhere. He doesn't have like a car. He just runs to meetings and stuff, and then just sits down. He's like Matthew McConaughey, and no one tells him that he fucking smells.
I bet you he does
That's
shit like
fucking
that on
disgusting.
purpose just so he thinks it's funny. One of
He probably
those.
does think it's funny.
Yeah.
Hey,
Kinda
Trump
is funny.
woman, what
Trump
beef do you
woman.
have with... Sorry, I can only see the beginning
No,
of
it's
the
funny. I
name.
like that. And her hand is stuck in the up position, so she may have tennis elbow. So carry on.
What beef do you have with Matthew McConaughey?
None.
Yeah.
What?
What you got against Matthew McConaughey?
Hey.
Hey,
Ayo,
hey.
away. Ayo.
Trump, the question was for you. What's your beef with him? Aside from the fact that he stinks.
That
That's
he
my
speaks.
personal beef.
That he speaks. I don't have a problem that he speaks. I have a problem that he's paid by the Democrats that speak for him, and he gets paid millions of dollars for the left to speak for them. That's my problem with
You're saying he's like a
McConnell.
mouthpiece. He's like a mouthpiece for like a political party, like Mark Ruffalo and Chris Evans are. No, I know what you mean. I feel like that. I feel like actors and artists kind of have a duty to be apolitical and like stay the fuck out of politics. And not that like we still should vote, we still should campaign, but it's like in the sense of like if you're an actor, your opinion doesn't really fucking matter. You know what I mean? And the fact that like they're
Nobody
coming out.
gives a shit.
Well, I'm just saying in general. Even if they were like, like regardless of what side they were, advocating, like all my friends know me as the most apolitical guy they know, because I have friends who are liberals and I have friends who are conservatives, and like I can totally spit both of their sides to the other side, and I can explain what both sides are thinking, because I'm somewhere in the middle. Like there's no political party for what I believe, So I just have to like be friends with everyone, and because of that, it gives me a different perspective where it allows me to be like, I respect everyone of all beliefs, but I do not still respect people who get paid to shill for political parties. So like regardless of any party. So I'm totally with you on that. Like that's some BS.
Can
Especially
I
if you're an
say,
actor.
can I say one thing before I go? I just want everything to be fair. I mean, that's not too much to ask. Just
Not at all.
everything fair, on a fair playing field.
Like equity.
No cheating. All these people chiming in can chime in all they want because they like Matthew McConaughey. I don't care. I'm gonna say what I want to say. Like, I mean, just listen.
Well, we're
Just
happy. We're happy to
be
give you a
fair.
platform
Just be
to say
fair.
things.
Be fair with the elections. Be fair with everything. And stop blaming. Stop calling me names every single day. Every morning I wake up, I'm a new name. I mean, it's never ending.
I like
Um,
the schizophrenic ones. That's fucking awesome. I'm gonna just start doing that. I'm gonna change my name every day too.
well, I'm never gonna change my name. Um, it just is what it is, and
What do you mean
I
it's your
will
Twitter
fight.
Twitter
I'm
name?
gonna fight. I'm gonna be here on Twitter until Elon like backs out of the deal, and then I'm off of Twitter. Like,
All right.
Well,
You know what? I have a feeling Trump woman or Trump wonder. Maybe change your name so that you're not picked on.
I'm not a victim. I love
No,
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 it.
no,
No,
no.
not a
I
victim.
like
no.
the
Not a
I
victim.
like
Not
the
not a
Picked on.
fake.
victim. Not
Picked
a
on.
He
victim. I'm
said
saying
picked on.
picked on. Picked on.
Yeah. Okay. This is not what this show's all about. Because this is And keep moving on. Well, it looks like it's that time almost for what do you say, Mr. Rogers' neighborhood? Kind of getting
Mr.
there.
Rogers' Neighborhood. I mean, you can play Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood if you'd like.
Well, only if you want to summarize.
I'm always happy to summarize. Yeah, we went a
Are
little
you?
long today because we got carpeted, so we had to start the show over. So
This is true.
there's like two recordings of today. There's the first part and the second part. So you can go back and listen to both. You can listen to the first half that you didn't get to hear, and yeah, Brad. I mean, does anyone else that hasn't spoken yet want to come up and ask any advice or say anything before we go? No, if not, then we'll wait 20 seconds if some hands come up. Also, that was my mom that just came up, by the way. Brad, you just kicked my mom out of the stage. Don't treat my mom like that, Brad.
I'm sorry. My bad.
It's okay. So we'd like to thank my mom for calling in. We'd like to thank Brad for being my brother from another mother. Um, we'd like to thank everyone who actually understood the brilliant idea that we just came up with, which is Stuck in the Metaverse. Coming soon to Stay Tuned. So stay tuned for that. If you don't follow Stay Tuned, go check it out. It's up there at Stay Tuned. If you don't follow me or Brad, then I don't even know how you're even in the space, but follow us. Hit the little notification bells. We always forget to do that. There's a little notification bell on each of our faces, and it'll let you know when we tweet. Because our spaces notifications go out 6 hours late. Okay, what did we learn, Brad? What did we learn today?
We learned to
Oh, where's the
keep
music
an
thing?
eye on our battery levels because my phone just died, and
Did it?
I'm no longer able to play fucking music out. So,
Okay, well, I'm gonna run inside and play the music then right now myself.
oh, wait a second. I might be getting a second chance here. Um,
Second chance?
a second chance.
Second
It
chance at
seemed to
life?
have kicked on, but I'm not sure if it's going to stay powered up and it's like one of those times where you just kind of pray to God that it turns on. You know, maybe
Yeah.
almost like how do you say it?
So
Oh, I know, like the
episode.
Autobots when they like have to
Yeah. Yeah.
do their
So
transforming thing.
yeah. 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 Just like
Something
that.
like that.
So
Yeah.
I'm just making notes right here. Just episode 11, mediocre.
At least the
Sorry.
ending was.
I
At
had
least
to.
the
I
ending.
just had to
Yeah.
make a note really quick.
And a big
Episode
like
11.
make a big draw
Not
like a
your
big
best work.
battery, and then shade it in like more than halfway.
Do you start it just at the very end? Like, what did we learn today? Just started at the last little bit. Do you have the music or not? Am I running inside to do the
I
music?
do, I do, I do. It, thank God, this totally didn't like screw me over.
Thank
Um,
Jehovah's Witnesses. Hold on.
do we
Let me get a second.
do we want to continue with Mr. Rogers, or do we want to just go
I
to
mean,
what
you
I?
ask me this every day, so it's like, I don't know. If you've had all day to come up with a better song, but you don't come up with a better song, and then you just doubt my direction. You just doubt my vision for the show, Brad.
Okay, let's just go to what our new
I love how Luke
direction
DeLeo
was,
just showed
which
up and
is
Mom and Dad are arguing in the kitchen.
oh my
He's like,
God.
nothing else has changed. Mom and Dad are fighting in the kitchen about the vision of the show.
No, I like to switch it up. I think you guys the song I was playing earlier where it just takes two to make things go
Yeah, but
right,
I can't talk
and
over that.
we're gonna rewrite that song as it takes two or possibly just one to make a thing go wrong. I think that should be our new song.
And that person's name is Brad.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
I will take full
Yeah.
responsibility for that.
It takes
What do you
one to
guys
make a
think?
show go wrong.
What do you guys think?
Yes, we like that.
Anyone?
You have to
Bueller?
wait 20
Bueller?
seconds. I totally
Oh,
forget about that all the time. It's not 20 seconds though, is it really? No, it's like
is it?
it's like
No,
a
no,
second.
it's closer to like 10
How
to
will we be able to
12.
rap then?
Well, we missed that part in
Oh,
our
you're saying for the listeners. Got you. Listeners have 20 seconds.
yeah,
Yes. Very
right.
true. Got you. It's kind of nice though. You have
So
20 seconds to be like, all right, they're laughing. Get it together. See you, gonorrhea. I love you guys so much. Thank you all for coming to the show. Brad, you want to end it? Should we end the show?
a calm ending?
Should we
Really?
end the show?
A calm ending?
I know you have another like track up your butt to end it with chaos.
Are you
want
sure?
to scream? I'm outside. I'm ready to scream my face off.
Last time the other ending was fucking phenomenal.
Just screaming. I like
I know.
ending it just screaming.
That was like the shit.
Yeah, so you need a song that we can scream to. Brad, how about you bring that ass back like a boom, boom, boom?
Okay, let's do it. Here we go.
Play
That
your
was
actual
very-
theme song.
That
This
was
is how
very
I met
quick.
Brad.
This is my
ladies and
actual.
gentlemen. So this is
yes.
how we'll leave you. This is how I met Brad. The first time I ever met him. Now he introduces himself. He just comes into a space and plays this.
All right, we're gonna do it again.
So just like imagine we're talking.
Thanks for coming, everybody, live from Ibiza. It's Expert Advice, episode 11 with Cristiano and Brad Music NFTs.
What a great
Follow,
episode.
stay tuned. You don't have to go home, but you gotta get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here! Me.
This my alias, my jury making shilling. I eat patella. I am no pretender.
Go home to your family. Let me hear you scream. Let me hear you scream.